Hello, good morning, everybody. Hello, welcome to the stream. My name is Swindlin, and welcome back to another rendition of Oops, It's All Big Feet. I mean, big feet? Bigfoot. Nope, it's all Bigfoot. I guess feet would be the plural. I guess. I don't think I would like to be called that, but nonetheless, Oops, All Big Feet. We're sticking to it. Or, actually, the Cryptid Tier List. Hello. We're doing that today. Welcome back. Welcome back. We're gonna get through this list. This long ass list that is of fucking cryptids. For those that may have not been here, a couple weeks ago, we started a cryptid tier list. Just a quote unquote like ultimate one for it. I'm also finishing up my stuff. One moment. Like 2 weeks ago, just to be like, you know, do something different. And there's so many, we didn't get that far. We did not get that far at all. Like, I'm trying to look. Where is it? I forgot to bring it up. Where you at? Thank God for shit being saved. There's 300 images that we are not even a quarter through. I think we were like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. We got 30 on the board. But here's the thing about this, though. We're learning about them. It's okay to take our time. We might do this for the rest of the year, but we're taking our time because I wanted to learn some stuff. And also, in like so far, like about a good third of these people, it's just Bigfoot. It's just Bigfoot. It really is. It's just entirely Bigfoot. But yeah, it literally is. It got interesting for a little bit there, and now it's just like, it just feels like a lot of Bigfoot. Like, I think as a society, we're just obsessed with a hairy man out in the woods. I think it's because we're too horny. I really do. We just want to go out in the woods, encounter a big, buff, hairy man, and have us pin him down. Like, pin us down or some shit. Like, I don't understand why we have substance shit of like, there's something out there. It's a big, hairy man. I just know it. I'll find him. And his titties will be hairless. I'm like, what? That's crazy. That's crazy. You can't be doing that. You can't be doing that. It's insanity. But yeah, it's very much like today's thing, though. That's what we're doing. That's what we're doing. So we can get to it, because we're just like, I don't see the point. We got too much. I guess we could take a break, I guess. I don't know. I haven't decided. I'm still working on the first one. I'm still working on the first video which is why I'm doing other videos right now. This is gonna be rough, but we'll get to it, I guess. So let's go. Let's get to it. Let's see. Yeah, here we are. Here's our tier list as of right now. Behold all its glory, chat, of my correct opinions. Purely correct. There's no other wrongness. I am right. You know it to be true. Also, I need to center myself, apparently, because I don't like how... Anyway, you didn't see that. But yes, this is our tier list. Our only S tier is Mothman. Our only S tier is Mothman. Why? We talked about it last time. He's got capital. I mean, I don't know what to tell you. He's like the capitalist of all these people. He has a town. He has a statue. Granted, a lot of Bigfoots have it, but let's be honest, that's more like an open source type situation. Not many people like... It's not narrowed down to like one guy only, right? It's not narrowed down to one guy only. It's literally Bigfoot is this guy. Bigfoot is this guy. This was a great video, by the way. Is this guy? He's this guy. He's probably these guys. He's definitely this guy. He's also this guy. He's like, you know, Bigfoot is everybody. Bigfoot's Momo. Let's be honest. Bigfoot's Momo. Bigfoot is Momo. That's his life. Momo is Bigfoot. But there's only one Mothman. Well, technically, there was two, but Mothman stole his valor, stole his shtick, and made it better. So, like, he's S tier. He's an asshole and a criminal and an opportunist capitalist, but nonetheless, he's staying on top. That's where he wants to be. That's what he craves, to be on top. Oh, it's gonna be out of pocket today. So anyway, let's get to it. What's the next one? The Honey Island Swamp Monster. Let me guess. One wild ass guess right now. It's literally... That's still there. It's literally Bigfoot. Honey Island Swamp Monster. That was it, right? Yeah. Also, look at that face. He's mogging us. What's up with that face, man? What is up with that face that this version of fucking Sasquatch is mogging me? I don't like that. I don't like that. I get mogged enough by normal people. Why do I need to get mogged by a supposedly a horny fantasy in the woods? All right? I don't need that in my life. All right. Also give a bit of context if you're just joining us here today. Like I said, this is a learning experience. I'm taking my time to learn these because I don't know cryptids. I probably should have said that. I probably should have said that earlier, but here we are. I'm saying it now. I want to learn about cryptids. I learned about these. Disappointed in the goblins. Enough said. So let's get to it with the Honey Island Swamp Monster. The Honey Island Swamp Monster is a large, hairy, mythical humanoid creature said to inhabit the Honey Island Swamp in St. Tammany Parish, Louisiana. Wow, another large, hairy, mythical humanoid creature. Who saw this coming? Who saw this coming, chat? Isn't that crazy? Insane. It has become part of Louisiana folklore, with many swamp tour companies in the area capitalizing on the alleged existence, which is considered unlikely by scientists. I disagree. Purely for the fact of how popular it is, I want more Sasquatches in my swamp. I think we deserve that. I do. The creature is commonly described by alleged witnesses as a large bipedal humanoid, about 7 feet tall or 2 meters. Covered with gray hair, having yellow or red eyes, and accompanied by a pungent odor. It's musk. It's a musk. Like I said, this is today's thing. Bigfoot's just a fantasy. Someone wants to get fucked by Bigfoot, and I think it's a large population of just people that want to get fucked by this man, and they also want a pungent odor. I don't understand that. It's a thing. I get confused, and I'm like, I'm good. Alleged plaster cast of big feet. Big feet. This is also probably where that joke for the Bigfoot comes from, right? Did it come from Bigfoot? It's like, you know what they say about big feet? They could be a Sasquatch trying to fuck you. I'm like, what? Huh? I don't think that's the saying. It is today. I'm like, oh, okay. You say so. Alleged plaster casts of footprints said to be from the creature showcase 4 toes, not a natural trait found in primates who possess 5. Because it's the guy. It's the guy trying to live out his fantasies. We've established this. Claims of his existence are generally not considered credible, including by scientists familiar with the area like ecologist Paul Wagner. And Paul Wagner, why does that like... Wagner, I think it's Wagner. Wagner sounds like a character in a video game or a show I've seen. I don't know why. Just like triggers that for me. And his wife, Sue. Neither they nor their Cajun guide, Robbie Carbonnet. I butchered. Robbie, I'm so sorry. I think I butchered your last name. Report have seen any valid evidence beyond what? Oh, descriptions essentially. Impossible forgeries. Gotcha. Is that all we have on this guy? That's crazy. I guess that would make sense. See, he's got like all these other names. He's like entitled with all these creatures. I'm telling you, it's all big feet, and everybody just wants to get fucked by him. I don't know what to tell you. History. The first claimed sighting. Let me scroll this up a little bit. The first claimed sighting was in 1963 by Harlan Ford, a retired air traffic controller who had taken up wildlife photography. After his death in 1980, a real showing the creature was found among his belongings. Have we seen this as my phone goes off? Because God fucking forbid. Okay. Okay. Isn't this like a different one? Is this a different one, or is this for this one? I have questions. Showing the creature was found among his belongings. In 1974, Ford and his friend, Billy Mills, not Mays, that'd be funny, claimed to have found unusual footprints in the area, as well as the body of a wild boar whose throat had been gashed. Okay. Today, the creature is still purported to inhabit the swamp and the bayous among the Pearl River. Local lore offers its own potential explanation, that of an early 20th century train crash wherein a traveling circus lost its chimpanzees, who later adapted to the surrounding environments, but I said areas. Okay, cool. So you're a another boring Bigfoot. But I want to say you're probably just as boring, so we're gonna put you behind Momo. Nothing as boring as these 3 guys. I'm gonna be honest. There really is. There's nothing more boring than the Hobson Goblin, the Airborne Frogman, and Manta Man so far. Even though they had all potential of interesting names, with their interesting names, but nothing. Not a goddamn thing. It's upsetting is what it is. It's upsetting. Alright, what's next? Steve Squatch. So we got tired of the normal Sasquatch, right? We're tired of that. Big man? Big hairy man? No, not original no more. You know what we need? Big hairy man. But he's a sheep. Yeah? I think that's it. I think we did it. That's it, baby. That's all I heard when I read that name. What the fuck is a sheep squatch? And it's also it's always all the same. Like, it's always Sasquatches. Where does Sasquatch as a name come from? I don't think we ever learned that. Did we? I don't think so. Well, where does Sasquatch as a term come from? I'm gonna have to look that up after sheep squatch. You know, it's bad when you only have a cryptid wiki. Some of these other ones have like other wikis as well, but like this one only has what in the goddamn. Oh my god. That's not what I thought I was gonna see when I saw sheep squatch. I'm gonna be honest. That's a haired naked mole rat, and that should be terrifying for all of you. The sheep squatch, also known as the white thing, is a woolly haired cryptid reported across numerous counties in West Virginia. It's always West Virginia. What's up with that? What's up with West Virginia always with these fucking weird ass shit? Is the weed too strong in the mountains? Like, what's going on, man? What's going on? Predominantly within the southwestern region of the state. The counties with the most sightings are Boone, Kanawha, Putnam, and Mason. I don't know how it's Putnam. I don't know. I don't know these names of these counties. I don't know how to pronounce stuff. I don't know. With a surge in sightings taking place in Boone County during the mid 1990s, of course. So it was the weed, understandable. It is described as being a quadruped about the size of a bear with an entirely white wool fur. It has long and pointed head, similar to a dog, but with a long saber-like teeth in a single set of horns. What does that mean? Single pent? I have never heard that before. A set of horns not dissimilar to those found on a young goat. It's four limbs and in paw-like hands, similar to those of a raccoon, but larger, while its tail is long and hairless, like that of a possum. Of course. It is reputed to smell like sulfur, which has been attributed through folklore to the beast being born within the TNT area in Mason County. Okay. Like one of the Mothman theories. Oh my god. Sheep Squatch, Instant Mothman were classmates. They were classmates, but no one knows Sheep Squatch. To be fair, I think he has a cooler name, but no one knows him. No one knows him. He's just out here. He's just a normal guy. What the fuck is this shit, man? Like, we mean the TNT area Mason. That's where we believe he was born. He was born for the blasted genetics of TNT. Huh? That's crazy. That's crazy talk. Though this is not likely, instead, must scent gut. Wait, we were talking about his smell. The smell came from the TNT. Gotcha. For some reason, I thought like him and Mothman like came from the same area. I misinterpreted that sentence so hard. I apologize. But instead, it must have the scent gland similar to those found in many species in the order of the carnivora. I know. Such as weasels and skunks. What's up with all these squatches? Stinky. What's up with all the squatches being stank ass bitches? What's up with that? They all stinky. Shower. I understand you're a fantasy trope, but dear God, take a shower. Alright. Sightings. In 1994, a former Navy seaman said, "Oh, Sheep Squatch, you bored me to death. I'm so sorry." In 94, a former Navy seaman said he had witnessed the beast breaking through the forest. The white thing breached the brush line and knelt to drink from the creek. Here it drank. I want my fan. Why try to read this? Drank for a few minutes before crossing the creek and continuing on towards the nearby road. That's kind of sad. Kind of sad. That's kind of annoying. That's what I meant to say. I was just thinking about it. He drank from the water, then he crossed it with his dirty ass, stank ass paws. He made sure no one else could drink that water. That's what he did. He's like, yeah, I stepped in shit about a mile back. I dropped my fan. A mile back. I'm thirsty. Slipper, slipper, slipper. All right, I'm gonna ruin this for everybody's day and just walked across it. Steve Squatch is an asshole. That's all I'm trying to say. The witness stated that he observed the animal for a while before it moved into the surrounding bush. Just ignored your ass. You were not a threat, my dude. Within the same year, 2 children observed the creature while playing in their yard within Boone County. They had the whole county to play in. What they reported having observed looked like a large white bear, yet in this case, stood up on its hind legs, making it over 6 feet tall. Presumably, it did so in a manner similar to the bears trying to observe as opposed to walking bipedally. Startled by the children, the beast ran off through the forest, breaking medium-sized limbs of trees in its path. Oh, he's a coward. That's always nice. That's always nice when your Sasquatch is kind of scaredy cat. That makes sense. He's a sheep, I guess. Sheep are kind of weirdly skittish, I guess. I suppose. Let's see. 95. The creature was spotted a year later, this time involving a car. A couple driving through Boone County observed a large white beast settling in the ditch alongside the roadside. As many curious passerbys might do so in such a situation, they stopped their car. Not me. Don't even need to finish that sentence. Not me. I'm not stopping my car. I'm not stopping my car to get a better look. Unless it's like a car crash and like I'm the only one out there, that's a different story. But if it's just something in the ditch, I'm not. No, I'm good. If I can see it from my window in the safety of my sedan, I'm not getting the fuck out of this car. I'm not doing it. I'm not gonna stop. That's too much curiosity. That's like white curiosity. I don't have that hard of curiosity in me. I'm not gonna do that wholeheartedly. God. I stopped the car to get a better look. They came to describe the creature again, mostly similar to earlier descriptions, yet they added that the creature had 4 eyes. Oh, fantastic. In stark contrast to the last sighting where the sheep Squatch fled the scene. The creature leaped out of the ditch and started to attack the car. Oh. Frightened by the attack, the couple drove quickly. Once they arrived back at their home, they noticed large scratches on the side of the car where the beast had attacked it. You think he's got premiums? You think he's got insurance, chat? You think he'll pay for that? You can only hope, right? You can only hope he would. Wow, we only got like 2 more. I'm gonna read these. I'm curious. In 99, another incident in 99 involved a couple of campers who were in the forest at night, again in Boone County. All in Boone County! West Virginians are whack out there. They eventually heard an animal snorting and scuffing around the camp in a manner similar to an aggressive bear. He knows your fantasies. He's just engaging with you. Though it did not come into light of the campfire immediately. Wait, they eventually... Oh, our wife skipped the sentence. They eventually heard an... no, I did not. I forgot how to read today, chat. I apologize. Though it did not come into light of the campfire immediately, all of a sudden, the sheep squatch suddenly charged out of the darkness of the campers. Reacting quickly, they jumped up and ran back into their house, all the while being pursued by the sheep squatch. Keeping chase is a natural reaction of a predator when a creature flees. Its initial attack could have simply been a mock charge. Oh, we're learning today, chat. That's amazing. The whole thing stopped at the edge of the forest when they crossed it and let out a terrible scream. It then turned around and headed back into the woods. Next morning, the campers returned to their campsite in the trail home, finding it to be torn up. They referred to it as like someone had tilled it up for gardening. Why is there so many stories on this sheep squatch? I've never heard of them. All right. Fast forward to a hell of a time. In 2015, in Flukes Run, Virginia, the beast was spotted again in the forest up Appalachia. The creature was spotted close to midnight by 6 campers spending the night in the dense woods. The beast reportedly 8 to 9 feet tall with a shoulder length of 4 to 5 feet. One of the campers first saw the beast at the top of the nearby hill in a crouching position. Then it stood up and he alerted the other campers. Then it started running down the steep hill towards the campers, but they were separated by the river that was flowing through. They looked in horror as it searched for a way to cross, and with no other option, it began to wade through the river. It finally came out of the water, and the campers reported that it appeared like a bipedal dog in the chest. With its wet fur from the river crossing, then a loud gut-based screech was heard 2 miles from where they were. Then the sheep squatch looked up in shock, just high enough so the moonlight was in its face, and of course it was. Of course it was. You have to have a cinematic moment when you have a cryptid, right? The campers looked out in fear as it let out a pathetic whimper. Then in a sprint ran in the opposite direction of the noise. The campers quickly packed and left. They reported it to the locals, fearing that if the authorities were informed, they would be ridiculed. The identity of the campers is unknown as of March 2016. That is like, there's more to that story, right? Like, if that story was specifically just about sheep squatch, there was a more terrifying creature involved that it scared it. Unless it's like its lover and it's like, Jerry, what are you doing outside, Jerry? You said you were gonna stay in today. You were gonna scare the campers. Oh shit, she's awake. I got bored. She can't know I was out here. I said I wouldn't do this no more. No more late night runs. Jerry! Get back in bed, Jerry. Okay, shit. Fuck, I'm in trouble, guys. So sorry, I wasn't able to scare you more, campers, but I think my job here's done. I think she scared you guys more than me. I'm gonna go home now. It's a very weird situation. The sheep squatch can't be honest with themselves, and that he wants to be a free man, even though he's kind of getting too old for it. Like, you need to settle down. It's that type of situation. Sheep squatch is just a guy that wants to settle down, but he's too much of a coward. Can't do nothing about it. Oh, sheep squatch. Can't believe you're like this, man. Absolutely insane. Jesus. All right, sheep squatch is interesting. There's more to that last one. I'm not gonna lie. Unless that was like some other creature that's more terrifying than sheep squatch in that moment, that God forbid we'll never know. I don't know. Sheep squatch, I'm gonna be honest. I think you've entered C. I think you're a higher C. You're not as cool as the skunk ape. Skunk ape is such a troll of all the Sasquatches, and we love him for it. I think he's great. But if we're just going by your stories, I think you're at least above the Ohio Grassman, because I don't remember much about him. I want to say there's not a lot going on with him, but like, you have a couple stories. You're a bit of a coward, but you're kind of funny. I also read here, I thought it was interesting. The Wild Appalachia update in Bethesda's Fallout 76 added the sheep squatch as a new cryptid to encounter during a side quest and event quest. It just totally reminded me about 76, Fallout 76, of how like the concept is so cool of that game, and it actually has a lot of cryptids. Like, really, a lot of cryptids, but also like West Virginia, as we're learning, which I kind of forgot was a thing talked about for 76. There's a lot of cryptids in West Virginia. It's kind of crazy. I don't know why they're all born here, but they are. I mean, well, here they are. So, yeah. All right, let's move on to the next one. Oh, you thought sheep squatch was crazy. I'm gonna one-up you. Basquatch. We got Basquatch, baby. Also, love this art. Just gotta say that. Love that art. That's some fantastic art right there. This is what I mean. It's just like, it's like a fucking, like, what is it? That's like, take the shot. It's like analog horrors. We gotta make a Sasquatch about everything, right? We're bored. We want to be original. We're making a Sasquatch and every goddamn person there is. But I love this art. This art looks familiar to me. This art looks like someone's like an artist that I knew, that like, not personally, but like followed on like social media that I kind of lost over the years. That's what that reminds me of. It's a very unique, that's a t-shirt. That's what I'm trying to say. That's a t-shirt. It does have a name on there, and I'm like, I feel like they stole this. This image was stolen from somewhere. When you got like other pieces of art. Yo, it's got a card. I love that. Can I just say that? I love this card. Illustrated by Sark. Why does he look like he should be in Spyro? Doesn't he? This card art, because we've learned this, is that someone made like a bunch of like cryptid cards, like a magic game style card game. I love this. I love the illustration of this. It gives such Spyro art style. That's crazy. Anyway, the Basquatch. Let's learn about it, shall we? The Basquatch is a flying cryptid that was allegedly seen near Mount St. Helen in the 1980s. Oh, okay. So we're in Oregon? Is that where St. Helen was? I think so, right? I don't remember. It resembles a flying primate similar to the ahole and the orangbate. What? Who are these guys? We don't have time. Southeast Asia. And its name is I don't even try. Derived from the words bat and Sasquatch. Wow. I don't think I could have thought that up. Interesting. Feel a little patronized in that description. It's crazy. A witness allegedly took several pictures of the creature. However, these pictures, of course, have not yet been analyzed and thus cannot prove the creature's existence. Wow, what a coincidence. As always seems to be the case. All right. Description. The creature was said to have yellow eyes, a dog-like muzzle, blue fur, sharp teeth, bat-like feet, bird-like feet, sorry, and leathery bat-like wings that span up to 50 feet. Crazy. In addition, Basquatch is said to be 9 feet tall and has the ability to affect car engines. Huh? What? Oh yeah, I'm also a mechanic. I took your alternator. I knew how to take it out seamlessly. You didn't even know it. I also took it because I need drug money. What the fuck do you mean it can affect car engines? What does that mean? He has a sonic scream. He can fry your motherboard for your electrical system so you can never start your car or your radio ever again. What does that mean? Oh, God. Ugh. I'm so tired today. I'm just not over the ability to affect car engines. What a thing. Japanese books and websites sometimes describes Basquatch as being 22 feet tall. Oh. But this is probably a mistranslation, as no Basquatch of this size has ever been sighted. Where else have they been sighted other than Mount St. Helens? Sightings of Sasquatch began in 1980, shortly after the eruption of Mount St. Helens, of course. Reports from this period describe it as a monkey-like creature with red eyes and wings that flies through the plume. Again, everyone, it's just Mothman. He's got money. He's on vacation. Leave him be. He's just trying to live his life, okay? That's all he's trying to do. He's living his life. Leave him be. In April 1994, Brian Canesfield was driving in Washington's Pierce County when his truck suddenly died. Canesfield said a large creature landed in front of him. He said he was a human-like, 9 feet tall, 5 inches thick. What? They're all fantasies, chat. With bat-like wings and also sported a coat of blue fur. Sorry, that was really out of pocket for me. As Canesfield's report became well known, a series of new reports followed. A person named Butch Whittaker reported that he was in a private jet in the vicinity of Canefield's encounter. God damn. With the Bat Squatch, it encountered a flying Bat Squatch. He flew. It was crazy. He did that. 98, a driver of a truck hauling logs in northern Oregon, reported a collision with Bat Squatch. The Bat Squatch seen at this time was described as 15 feet tall, with purple eyes, a nose, and small wings. In 2009, near Mount Shasta in California, several hikers witnessed a huge, quote unquote, they don't know what huge meant, apparently. They had to put it like parentheses. Like, they said huge, but he was like, you know, 5'11". They might have mistaken it for like 6 on the dot. You know, it is a couple inches, so it's hard to mistake it. With leathery wings spanning 50 feet, fly out of what I was gonna say, cervix? I guess, I don't know. Cervix in the mountain. At first, an eyewitness described the creature as having a head similar to a pterodactyl. However, upon reconsideration, the witness claimed it was more akin to a flying fox bat. Ugh. Apparently, I'm not getting enough oxygen when I read this shit. The fat ass can't breathe, apparently. 2009. It's always like in the 90s, and then we're like late 20, like near the 2010s or later as the last couple of these. I'm like, what is happening? 2009, near Mount Shasta in California, several hikers witnessed a huge creature. Oh, he migrated. Good for him. He got a vacation from work. With leathery wings spanning 50 feet. Flight out. Oh, I already read this. Sorry, I read this. At first, the eyewitness described the creature as having a. I read this whole thing. I'm so sorry. I didn't register the year. Apparently, when I first read that. In June 2011, Phoenix. Is it pseudonym? It's not even his real name. Is that what that means? I forgot what pseudonym means. I forgot words. False name. Yeah, I thought so. I knew it. Okay, I gotta believe in myself more. My God. Was in his yard walking his dog. This is 2011. He went to pick up the dog when he saw something in the sky. He said the following. I saw something flying in the sky. He had bat wings, blue fur, and a face similar to eyes glowing red. It was about 9 feet tall at least. After I watched it just flew away. Interesting. And then more time later, on April 14th, tax day, 2014, Archbishop Houghton High School in Arkin, Ohio. Oh wow, he's all over the place. A second period Spanish class spotted a giant black mass zip by the window of the classroom at incredible speed. The class claims it was about 9 feet tall with a 20-30 foot wingspan. What if it's not a cryptid and what if like it was just like a werebat? Then they had to go to college. What if there's like go to high school? Like what if it was like that was a student, all these other ones are people. They're just werebats, guys. Guys. It's not Sasquatch. It's not a bat squatch. They're werebats. That sounds more logical to me. I'm not gonna lie with you, Chad. I'm not gonna lie with you. Bat squatch, you're weird, man. Bat Squatch, I think you're kind of weird. I'm going to be honest. You had such cool potential. You have a cool design, but you haven't had much going on. A bit more than others. I will hand it to that. I think I want to do... Oh, do another yawn as well. I want to do, okay. Bat Squatch. I'm gonna put you above Not Deer. I think I should put you above there. I don't think you're as good as the Sheep Squatch or the Ohio Grassman, but you know, for a Sasquatch, you're okay. You're okay, man. You're doing your job. You're doing it good. I still think you're just werebats. You know, you're just normal guys that become werebats every once in a while. I don't know what triggers it. It's not full moon. That's too much of the wolf territory, and they claimed that shit. Let's be honest. They did. They claimed that shit hard. I don't know. I don't have anything else. I don't know. I don't have any more lore for you to ask. Also, I think you're just good there, personally. All right, next one. White Thing. I think I've been called that a couple times, actually. The White Thing. What the fuck is that? Alright. Do we have a Reddit or anything? Please. Please. Is there a wiki? Yeah. I don't want to go based off of other shit. Is there a wiki? There's a fandom one. Oh, good. At least there's something. What is that art? What? Why is he posed up like that? You know what I mean? What? It's like, yes, I'm serving today. I'm like, huh? Okay. What is this? What's that art? What's that thing up top? They're promoting other things for a different thing. The Abyssal Rainbow Guard was only reported once by William B.B. I don't care. I'm talking about that White Thing. Yo, the White Thing. I don't think that's it either. What the fuck is the White Thing? Is there only a Reddit page on it? Is it still? Wait, is it this guy? Why is it called the White Thing? Oh god, I need to find a proper one. That zoo one is funny. Maybe it is. I love that they call him White Thing, even though okay, other sources say otherwise. What the fuck? Why do I feel like so many of these are fucking like these like pieces of art, just AI for these thumbnails? I'm like, how lazy are you? All right, fine. We're gonna go with this one, I guess. This is the closest one we got. It's just, to me, it looks like a white Sasquatch, but he's kind of twinky about it, right? Call post this. He's getting twinky on that shit, man. What's going on? He's a humanoid from Alabama in the United States, only sighted in the White Oaks Division in Auburn, Alabama. He appears similar to the additional skunk ape found in Alabama. Yeah, he's just twinky about it. But other reports have also appeared to look like the Alabama White Thing. Okay. Can I... Yeah. What's the Alabama White Thing? Why do they call it the White Thing? I have questions. Where are we learning about these cryptids if I can't find a source? Man, okay, fuck this guy. No, fuck you. Fuck him. You don't get... You Twinkie bitch. That doesn't even look like anything I see. Where'd you get that photo? I'm like trying to figure out these shit. And like, why is there no like grouped up information? Can we be more organized? If we're doing cryptid shit, can you be better about this? Like, where do you get these legends from? Are they just legends? I don't know. You suck. Go away. You're bottom. You're bottom. I can't find anything on you. Manta Man had more on you, White Thing. Damn, White Thing. What's up with that? Oh my god. All right. This is the monk. This is literally the Sasquatch section. Look at this. I already had like something planned for the video because I felt like we went through so many in that one. I'm gonna have to do another one. I have an idea for it, but I'm gonna have to figure it out. I know about cryptids. Source. Nah, just trust. It's cool. I mean, like, come on. Come on, man. Tell me more about that white thing. Hi, Hobo. How you doing, man? I can't stop saying it. It's funny. It's just the funniest shit. This is a funny name. That's a funny name to talk about right now. Anyway. Back on the Sasquatch. We're back. We have so many hairy sexual fantasies right now. It is crazy. Especially this guy. Look at this guy. That man is a fantasy if I ever seen one in my life. You can't tell me otherwise. Almas. What the fuck is Almas? Did I spell that right? I don't think I did. I did. Cryptid. Alright, let's go. At least you have... Oh, goody. Let's listen to the folklore version. I feel like that'd be more fun. I don't care about the science. We're not here for science. We're not here for facts. We're here for legends, okay? The legends of cryptids. If they're not that cool, we're gonna tell you about that today. A dog is a cryptid. He appears and all the pizza crust in a 5-mile radius disappears. In every photo, during such acts are always blurry or in high motion. We don't understand it. I don't even have a shaky hand, but it just happens. And he too has red glowing eyes. It'd be like that, right? It'd be like that. All right, almost. This is the folklore version. I guess. Where is it? You can also get their version of it a little bit. I don't know if I want to even dig that deep, but you got info. Oh, shit. Look at this ass. Look at this guy. Look at him. Is this how like other Sasquatches also hunt? This man is fucking crazy. He's like, come here, Bambi. Shit. It's almost. He's got our ass. Well, this ain't the white thing. What the fuck? It's so tiny too, but that's so aggressive. Holy shit, is that aggressive? Why is he going WWE on the deer? Fucking, he just like, he watched like 90s wrestling. Like, I'm trying to think, like fucking, what was it? Triple X? I don't fucking know. I don't know wrestling. But yeah, he's fucking, I'm surprised he doesn't have a fucking folding chair with him. Like, what is happening in this photo? And then they're kind of thick over here. I don't know what's going on with that either. You know, sometimes we get some legendary photos from the Cryptid Wiki, and it's always a fun time. It's always a fun time. I think I'm sold. I don't think I want the folklore version. It's too sciencey. We're going straight to tinfoil hat. What is this? Stop promoting your other cryptids. I don't care. I want to know what the hell's going on with this skinny ass dude. I don't think it's the right programming. If you see Triple X, there's a movie called Triple X. So. That's what I was thinking of. I was thinking like Vin Diesel. Isn't there also a wrestler named Triple X? I thought there was a group called Triple X. I don't remember. I don't know. I don't know, man. Anyway, I had to fucking reset for a second. I had to shut the fuck up. Oh, Jesus. Okay. All right. The Almas is an ape cryptid reported from Central Asia. They are said to inhabit the Asian mountain regions of Pamir and the Caucasus. I don't even think that's how you say this, but I just want to say that because I was just thinking of like those babies are white. Those babies came from the mountain of Caucasus. I butchered that line, but that's all I'm thinking about is that Friday after the next or next Friday scene with Cat Williams. That's my first thought. As well as the Mongolian mountain range of the Altai Don't know. I can barely speak English. Sightings of the Almasa date back as early as the 15th century. There's a lot of movies called Triple X. So many, in fact, that they make a lot of websites on. Oh, you know. On one of the main ones, very associated with the colors orange, black and orange. I see Vin Diesel went on a different route for his career. Understandable. Those Fast and Furious movies were not going to do as well eventually. You know what I mean? Sometimes you gotta do a career change. God damn it. Description. This creature has been sighted walking upright like a human. In fact, okay, there is a comma. I didn't know if it was a period or a comma. It looks more like looks more human than a Bigfoot type creature. Probably because it was just a guy who didn't shave for a month. It is even said to craft clothes and tools. That's just a guy. Oh my God, I'm just picturing it now. It's like they tackled him and they're like, we call him. It's the Alma. We found him. It's our Bigfoot. He's like, guys, it's Chuck. I just went fucking for a swim. I just haven't shaved in a while. Life is busy right now, okay? Nah, don't you fucking say that. Don't you fucking talk. I know what you are, Bigfoot. Huh? What the fuck? My feet are 8. I have tiny feet. No, fuck you. They just kidnapped a man. That's what they did. They just kidnapped a man. That's crazy. Don't do that. Don't just kidnap a guy. Lord. God. It is said to resemble a living caveman. Yeah, that's just a guy. He hasn't shaved in a while. Some people get very hairy, okay? Their bodies are covered entirely with thick brown to reddish brown hair. The facial region remains uncovered, but patches of skin are dark. The skull structure of the Almasti possesses a protruding brown ridge, a slanting forehead, a flat nose, and a large protruding jaw. Their feet are large and their fingers are long. See, more fantasy. Their appendages are completely covered with hair, except for their hands. Almas is a Mongolian word for wild man. See, even they knew. They knew. They just didn't want to admit it. The Almasti is derived from Russian, while other variations of the names are Almasi, Almasar, Bunhua. Nope, not even gonna try. Sorry. Which translates as the name for a forest deity in West Asian regions, such as in Georgia. I know that one. We have that one here. We have one of those in the States, so I can say that one. Current accounts of the most recent sightings of the Almas locate it near the southern part of Mongolia, along the Altai. Is it Altai or Altu? I feel like I heard of that one before. Mountains, and then the Tianshan Pass near the northern border of China. First described in historical records in the 1400s, and Almas is not referred to one organism, but a community of many. These individuals are described as a subspecies of humanoid the group humans and primates like orangutans, gorillas, and chimpanzees belong to. They're just saying it's a dude? It's just one of those monkeys? He's the missing link? And he's not voiced by Zach Galifianakis? Interesting. Anyone else see that movie? I thought it was pretty good. I like claymation. A master resembles the appearance of the body framework of Neanderthals, another species of humanoid which roam Western Asia, far North Africa, and explore in Europe, not explore. God damn it. And became extinct about 30,000 years ago, or so they say. Da-da-da. Da-da-da-da. Da-da-da. Now I feel like I'm a sports center. Almasi are bipedal organisms which can walk upright on 2 hind legs. The common height range of almas is 5 feet tall. Oh, sweet. I'm taller than them. But it also can be as high as 6 to 6.5 feet tall. Never mind. I lied. Their bodies are covered entirely with thick. Yeah, we read this. You're repeating yourself. Skull structure of the almost possesses a protruding brown ridge. Slanting forward. We already talked about this. It's very similar. You're just saying that the missing link that survived without Wi-Fi. That's all I'm hearing right now. Where's some sightings? You got anything interesting for sightings? In the 1800s, a man claimed to have domesticated a female llamas named Zana. Oh, they fucked. The creature, after being held within numerous enclosures for many years, was trained to carry out daily tasks such as grinding grains for flour and hunting and hauling firewood. Zana, however, never learned to speak, instead using grunts and muttering. The llamas are very athletic, fond of swimming, and apparently had a taste for wine. Oh, yes. Classy. I guess someone has to drink wine. Not a fan, personally. Zana later mated with a local man. Knew it. Had 4 children. Knew it. Someone was gonna fuck her. A tooth sample from one of the children was tested, so they could be real. I don't think so. I'm gonna be honest. Accounts from Russian historian Professor Boris Profne, I don't know, 1964 explained that the llamas appeared to have a cone-shaped skull, and the teeth structures were similar to humans, except the canines were wider. Interesting. Profnev was even reported to have encountered the descendants of the llamas, which are grouped in families that dwelled in holes in the ground. Is it Portsnav? I'm just gonna call you different names the entire time every time I say your name. Further describes the human-like being as having excellent swimming and running abilities, a foul odor, and a diet that consists of small mammals, vegetables, and fruits. Don't forget wine! Maybe that's why they like wine so much. It's like, ooh, yes. I taste the schnozberries. It's so delicious. They just like fruits. You know what I mean? Already lost it. The Almasti, as nomadic creatures, have traveled beyond the area of Mongolia in which they were frequently sighted by farmers and villagers. Stories and reports dating about 50 years have located the Almas community around the Caucasus Mountains near Russia and the Black Sea. Artifacts and evidence of the existence of Almas communities have been found in the Pamir Mountains in Central Asia. One of the most recent expeditions that aims to locate the Almas was led by Russian cryptozoologists. You know, I always find it funny that cryptozoologists have money to do this shit. Can we just acknowledge that? Who's giving these guys money? What rich fuck believes that Bigfoot is real and it's like, we must fund these expeditions now? I mean, that's cool and all. I'm glad you got some whimsy in your life, but damn. Pay your goddamn taxes first. How about that? By Dr. Marie Jane Kaufman and Frenchman Sylvain Plexic? I don't know. In 92. Oh, it's been a while. Similar to the findings of ProNet, the data gathered by Kaufman describes the Almasi as large, hairy creatures weighing about 500 pounds, and they're nocturnal creatures that can run as fast as 40 miles per hour. That's terrifying. 500 pounds? Going the speed limit is crazy to me. However, the only solid evidence that Kaufman was able to collect was hair samples, footprints, and droppings. So what, are you just assuming they're going 40 miles per hour? Were there like wrecks? You know what? This wreck right here? Yeah, I've seen something like this before. I got in a wreck when I was going 40 miles per hour. Looked just like this. It's crazy. Looked just like this. Is it like that? Like you just assuming, dude? What the fuck? Rainings to the Almasi in the regions where they are sighted are Farmanu from Afghanistan and Pakistan, and Globe Yavan from Tajikistan. All the stands have different names. Understandable. Okay. You're not a cryptid. You're just a misunderstood group of human beings. I'm going to be honest. And honestly, I feel bad for you. So I think you should be at least... You know what? You're better than Bat Squatch. I'm going to say. I think you're better than Bat Squatch. You're just people. Misunderstood people. They're just a little extra hairy. They can drive the speed limit of a small sedan that's barely without breaking a sweat, essentially. That's all I got. That's all they are. They're just people. I mean, for fuck's sake, they can have kids. We can fuck them. We can reproduce. If that doesn't tell you, I don't know. I don't know what's gonna... Honestly, I feel like if something like that happens to Sheep Squatch, we would probably reinvent hepatitis. You know what I mean? We're getting a third version of hepatitis. It's always with the sheep, too. It's always with the sheep. So what's the next guy? Yoe? Is it Yoe? Is that how you say that? I want to say like Howie with a Y, but I don't even know how to say that. I love that it's already knows what I'm gonna do. Why the fuck does this bitch look like the Beast Titan? Is this... Did the Monkai for Attack on Titan base the Beast Titan on this? This is 1-to-1. You can't tell me otherwise. This is a 1-to-1 of the Beast Titan. He's got a book. Oh! I love this cover because of how terrifying it is. That's absolutely terrifying. He's got a kangaroo. So this is Australia's Bigfoot? That makes sense. This is making sense now. I feel like we could have done better. He deserves some more. Give him the Beast Titan look. Why not? Come on, I believe in you. I believe in you. Do we have a wiki? I would love a wiki. I prefer a wiki. Okay, here we go. It's just an Australian Bigfoot, though. That's all I'm getting at this. It's one of several names of Australian folklore, and today is reputed to live in the outback. Okay. Do we have a lot more? God, that's more terrifying. Jesus. Yeah, it's delicious. It's got that mad meat. So I'm like, whoa. Calm down. Calm down. Okay. Jesus. All right. So, yeah. I'm just going to say you're Australian Bigfoot. He always typically described as bipedal, hairy, ape-like creature, everything like the Bigfoot. Anything interesting other than its terms? Early sightings? I want to look at your early sightings. Origins of the term? That's a lot. Describes a spirit that roams the earth at night. So that's what your name describes it as? Interesting. Okay. Let's look at some sightings. You only have a couple. Definitely only a few. 19th century. In the 1987 column in the Sydney Morning Herald, columnist Margaret Jones suggested the first reported Yoe sighting in Australia occurred as early as 1795. By the 1850s, accounts of indigenous apes appeared in the Australian town and county journal. Country journal. The earliest accounts in November of 1876 alluded to reports of Aboriginal, is that how you say that? Peoples recounting some unearthing animals or inhuman creatures, naming the Yahoo Devil or the Hairy Man in the Woods. No. Yahoo Devil is a beautiful name, and we should respect it. In 1882, amateur naturalist Henry James McCooey claimed to have seen an indigenous ape on the New Southern Wales south coast between Bateman Bay and Yildula? What the fuck? He described the creature as tailless, covered in long black hair with reddish fur around the throat and chest. He estimated its height as nearly 5 feet tall when standing upright, and noted that its small, restless eyes were partially obscured by matted hair. McCooey claimed to have thrown a stone at the creature, prompting it to flee. What's up with all these? Okay, so what's up with all these guys, these creatures? 7 feet tall, 500 pounds most of the time, just tall bitches, hefty bitches, got muscle. They can run faster than a cheap e-bike is like scared of rocks. Really says a lot about their nature, I suppose, that they have on these guys. But like, I'm just waiting for someone to be like, you know what? Fuck this shit. He's gonna do the attack the Beast Titan move and just hurl rocks at your face and just like, it's like a shotgun blast. It's gonna be like that. I know it. One day, they're gonna rise up. And we're fucked, chat. We're absolutely fucked. Makui offered to capture an ape for the Australian Museum for a reward of £40. That's it? You're gonna collect a creature that looks like the Beast Titan for only 40 bucks? Crazy. Absolute crazy. According to researcher Robert Holdham, a second outbreak of reported ape sightings appeared in 1912. Sorry, not 92. Yowie also appeared in Australian folklore and literature. Yeah, that's not surprising. Okay, I want to know actual sightings. Modern reports of the eye continue, often associated with cryptozoology investigations. So, not really. One such case involved top-end Yowie investigator. I love that's in parentheses. Like, that's all he's known for. That's all they got in their life. Andrew McGinn, who claimed the death and mutilation of a pet dog near Darwin could have had been the result of attack by the mythological. Damn, that word kicked my ass. Yo, wait. See, this, you look what your title is. Top End Yowie Investigator. Obviously, you're going to think so, right? It's not very creditable. That's what I'm trying to say right now. Also, I just love this art. Like, this had to have been like... The Monkai for Attack on Titan saw this. He's like, that's him. We need a hairy one. We need a hairy Titan. That's it. That's it. That's the physique I desire. 100%, right? It's gotta be. Like, he did research, right? He had to be. That had to been it. The Boombla, the Bombala arthropod seen by Charles Harper in Southeast Australia in 1912. This fascinating drawing is based on his description in an interview in the Sydney Run. Huge man-like creature stood erect not 20 yards from the fire, growling, grimacing, and thumping his chest, his breast with his large hand-like paws. Okay, like I said, yeah, that's okay. So you're also Bigfoot, but Australian. That's fine. That's okay. You don't have a lot going for you. I think you're about bottom tier. I think you're about bottom tier. You got more going on than old Yellow Top over here. He ain't got much. Oh god, I had to stretch for a second. I had to twist my little body. I don't know why I said it like that. I'm in the mood apparently today. I'm spicy. Spicy man. Ah, all right. What is this? Knit Tawo? I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry, other Bigfoot. You look like another Bigfoot, and I don't know how. I forgot how to spell it. I was kind of close. Tawo? Okay. Let's see what this is. Pronunciation? Not even gonna try. Okay. We're said to be a small tribe of short-statured Bigfoot or Yeti-like humanoid cryptids natives to Sri Lanka. We have history of a clan? There was a whole tribe of them? That's crazy. Yo, that's kind of crazy, actually. Okay, wait, I skipped ahead. Natives, where's Sri Lanka? Democratic Socialist Republic of Sri Lanka, formerly known as island in South Asia. Oh, okay. No archaeological evidence has been found to prove the existence of humanoids, but They're ubiquitous in Vidha mythology. Gotcha. So it's basically the people in that country. It's like, yeah, we had a tribe of big feet. They were vibing. They were just having a good old day. They're gone now. So I'm like, oh, okay. I'll take your word on that, dude. Oh, all right. Explain the Nitawa. Maybe derived from, oh God, words I can't say. Oh. It's deriving my brain of oxygen. I don't know how to pronounce words. That one, chat. That one. Just look at that. Make your best guess. Don't be mean about it. There we go. Indo-Aryan term as referred to some indigenous tribes. The Sinhazi form of this word was use your best guess, from which the Nitawo may have derived as possible alternative etymology given by George Emberhart and Niwa Etha, one who possesses nails. I don't like that. Don't possess my nails, please. All right. What's your description? Is there any other sightings? You do have some sightings. Okay. They were described as being even smaller than the diminished Vidahas, only between 3 to 4 feet tall. They are very tiny big feet. Call them Littlefoot, if you will. That's for all the old heads. With the females being even shorter, as always is. No, actually, not always. A lot of times the females, the ladies of said group can also be the bigger ones. Fun fact. Which is always a fun time. They were covered in hair, which is often said to be reddish in color. It's always reddish. Were said to have very short, powerful arms with short, long-clawed hands. Unlike monkeys, they walked upright always and had no tails. The Nitawo lived in small parties and slept in caves or among the branches of trees in leaf nests of their own design. They had a varied diet, eating whatever raw game they could catch, including squirrels, small deer, tortoises, lizards, and sometimes even crocodiles. Damn! I guess that's not too surprising. You do have crocodile hunting. It's very much a career for some people down south. Only because there used to be a show about it. I don't know how profitable the business was, but it was a business. They did not use tools. Instead, disemboweled their prey with their long claws or hooked nails, allowing them to feed on the entrails. Ugh. They were said to have a sort of language of their own, a sort of blurbing or bird twittering. My God, they're having hot takes on Twitter, which a handful of Vedas could understand. The Vedas themselves were the enemies of the Nitawo, which had no defense against the Vidaha's bows and arrows. Okay. It was said that whenever the Nitawa came across the sleeping Vado, it would disembowel them with its claws. Ugh. That's brutal. During the expedition case, God. Nope. I'm not even gonna try. Army Captain Ate, also not gonna try your last name, sir. I'm so sorry. Discovered a stone building reminiscent of the miniature Stonehenge in the forest. The Vendahas. I'm also saying your names wrong, and I feel like I'm saying like a bad word in Spanish. I don't know why. In the air, told him that it was the Nitawa altar. Nope. Later discovered that it had been built by the Vahada's monks. Okay. So we're getting to pronunciation of words, so I'm having a hard ass time. So yeah. Cave, we read that one already. 84, the first and so far only recorded sightings of the Nitawa since the 18th century supposedly occurred in 84. When one was allegedly seen by the Spanish anthropologist Salvador Martinez. He claimed that the Natawa he saw was a human-like with a coat of long hair with scabs and emitted intelligible sounds before fleeing into the forest. I think you just met a guy that was down on his luck hard. That was having a hard-ass day. That's mean. Called him a Bigfoot. Or a Littlefoot, if you will. And that's it, 2019. In 2019, sightings research again starting in various locations such as Mula? Nope. Oh, God. That, Jesus. Okay. I don't know how to say these words. Which often cause panic in certain villages. Okay. Villagers reported the creature to be totally black, gorilla-faced, and having long claws, which is different from the Vedas descriptions, leading to the possibility of a fraud. Even if it was a fraud, I'm scared nonetheless. He's not ready for Bigfoot as an alien theory. I just think that Bigfoot's a god that wants to fuck in the woods. I think that's the only theory I got, Unknown. I'm gonna be honest. That's all I got. I think that's the only theory we can have. Oh, how's it going, by the way? Hope you're doing well. You're just a guy. You were people. Now you're not. You're okay. You're okay. I think. What do I want to put you? Top of D or bottom C? I think top of D. We'll put you top of somewhere. You can top that D if you want to. More on Sasquatch. Sasquatch, I should say. We got so many. Why? It's really fascinating, honestly. Like, I feel like like, I know it's been talked about. We've talked about it. It's honestly funny how many different cultures just have a guy out in the woods, just a hairy group of people just vibing, right? Just a bunch of hairy people just really strong and fast, living out in the woods and just living their best life, and they're just like, I'm just extra hairy. Like, every country has one. And it's how particular it gets too when you get like different names involved. Like, what is it? Wasn't Old Yellow Top literally one part of the state somewhere? I can't remember. Probably also West Virginia, because for some reason they all come from West goddamn Virginia. I just think they're just a bunch of moonshiners that want to just fuck. I don't know. They give that vibe. They give that vibe to me. I don't know what to tell you. Yearn? I'm not even gonna. Yearn? I don't know. I feel like I'm trying to be like some kid that thinks he's cool by saying yurt. I don't know why. I don't know why. So where are you? Okay, let's see. These pronunciations don't help me at all. I don't know what to tell you. The Yearn, or Wild Man, I guess, makes sense. Most of them are just called Wild Man, so I get it. Is a cryptid ape man reported to inhabit remote mountainous regions in China, most famously in the Forestry District in Hubei Province. Sightings of hairy men, telling you, have remained constant since the Warring States period, circa 340 BCE through the Tang Dynasty, before solidifying into modern legend of the Yearn. I'm gonna say Yearn. They're yearning, I guess. Probably not how you say that, but I don't know, man. Generally, they are described as savage, strong, and fast-moving, living in mountain caves and descending only to raid villages in search for food or women. Oh, see, this is what I mean. They should be more aggressive. This is exactly how I think they should be. They should be more aggressive. We got like people going 40 miles per hour, and you're telling me they're not running amok? They're not causing mischief? I don't believe you, man. I don't believe you. Scientific interest in such ape men erupted in the 50s and 60s in conjunction with scientific discoveries related to Bigfoot and the Yeti. With pressure by the Maoist government to leave behind these kind of legends and folk stories, repressed further interest in the urn until its dissolution in 1976. Based off this own like statement, it sounds like this government's like, no whimsy. You're not allowed to have that. But I don't want to look for the caveman. No. Bad. Slaps him across the face. Bad. Psh. Stop that. Stop that for a while. I'm sure it's way more sinister, but that's what I just thought about. It's like, no fines. No fine Bigfoot. I'm like, fuck, man. It's my whole deal. I want to do it. No. Psh. Not allowed. Afterwards, large expeditions were launched by the Chinese Academy of Sciences to investigate alleged eyewitness accounts, footprints, hairs, and bodies as urine fever took hold. Yeah. They want to find that Bigfoot. With scientists working with an unprecedented reliance on citizen science, the urn were often speculated to be far removed human relatives. They were the missing link, just like the other guys. Every last one of them. They're all missing links, but also not voiced by Zach Galifianakis. I'm butchering his last name now. The bearded one from the Hangover movies. Anyway, also Hugh Jackman's in that movie. I wish I watched that one again. That was a good one. I'm excited for the new movie. Anyway, I digress. Such as big names, big, long, girthy names, all afford evidence of the creature originated from known animals, namely bears, monkeys, and Gideon? Oh, what a great name. That's fantastic. Love it. And scientific interest waned by the late 1980s. Nonetheless, organized urine research still persists, though no serious scientific institutions recognize such ape men. Why not? They seem invested. I like that. I like the whimsy of these organizations being invested. That seems fun. I'm down for this. Hopefully they're less like chaotic as the American ones. The American ones get like television shows, so they gotta ham it up for entertainment. They go a little weird. You know, there's some that's been on the air for like a decade now, trying to find Bigfoot. I'm pretty sure there's a couple shows that have like 10 seasons of just straight fucking nothing. Big old goose egg of nothingness. And yet it's still being aired or some shit. It's probably canceled by now, I would hope, but still. It's crazy. Anyway. Yes. The creature has become an artistic icon of wilderness and nature. Oh, that's cool. And was used in the wake of the Cultural Revolution to challenge sexual restrictive and egulation. What's that word? Person who believes all people are equal and should have the same rights, freedoms, and opportunities. Oh, okay. Ideas, as well as to address deforestation and other environmental issues in China. Interesting that this become a big movement for the changes in China. Very interesting. Is that what they could look like? That's Uncle Buck, man. Like, what the fuck? That's someone's uncle. They're just out there, man. They're just butt-ass naked. But like, short, right? These are the short ones? I haven't gotten size yet, but the other short ones, right? What the fuck? I don't want about antiquity. I want other shit. Is there other shit? I'm gonna be honest. There's a lot going on. This seems really interesting. You guys seem cool. I want to say you guys are more than just Bigfoot. You're Uncle Buck, obviously, but still, you guys seem pretty chill. You guys had some movements. You guys are in politics. Good for you. It's better than our Bothman capitalist over here. Or like a prankster. I'll give you that. You know what? They're in politics. They're trying to better their country. I approve. I approve. Bigfoots are versatile. Versatile? I don't think that's a word. They got a lot going on. You're doing okay. I like you. You're above the sheep one. How about that? I just have a personal bias against the skunk ape. He's funny. He's funny. He likes to do pranks. That's all I remember about him. I will remember you as the political ones. Good for you, though. Good for you for making changes in your country. All right. Oh, we've seen this name, haven't we? We've seen this part of the name. I don't know about this one, but nonetheless. Orang Pendek. Yes. I'm going to say that's how you say that. Orang Pendek. All right, Wiki. Tell me your secrets. What is this little just monkey is doing, man? I love they gave him a bush in this photo. That's funny. Other name, short person. Interesting. Oh, yeah, stretch. Oh, stretch break. Oh. Oh. God damn. So many Sasquatches, man. So many. At least some are cool. Oh, I said it was a stretch break, not a wine break. And here without my glass of wine. Anyway. So this is the Indonesian Bigfoot. Understandable. In Indonesian folklore, the orang pendek, or Indonesian for a short person, is the most common name given to the creature said to inhabit remote mountainous forests on the islands of Sumatra. Sumatra. Where's that at? It's like a mountain range. Oh, okay. We're learning new things here today, chat. It's great. The creature has allegedly been seen and documented for at least 100 years by forest tribes, local villages, Dutch colonists, and Western scientists and travelers. Consensus among witnesses is that the animal is a ground-dwelling bipedal primate covered in short fur standing around 80 to 150 centimeters or 31.5 to 59 inches tall. How tall is that? I have a measuring tape. Un momento. So like what, is that like 3 feet almost? So 31 and a half. That's pretty tall. That's pretty short. That's really short. Don't ask why I have a measuring tape in my desk, by the way. I measure a lot of random things. I like to have it on hand. Thank you very much. It didn't go as tall as 59? What a discrepancy. That's like a person height. That's like 5 foot almost. They go from, what is it, 31? Tallest, like 5 foot, essentially, to 31 and a half. To about like 2'8". What kind of discrepancy is that? That's crazy. That's a wide range. That's like a very much a like, we're just casting a net of what sizes they could be. That's what that is. Location. While the rampek and similar animals have historically been said to dwell in the landscapes of Sumatra and Indonesia and Southeast Asia, claimed sightings have occurred largely within the Central Sumatra, especially within the borders of the Kentrick. Nope, not even gonna try that either. National Park. Well, that's good. At least they're staying safe. The park, 2 degrees south of the equator, is located within the Bukit Barisan mountain range and features some of the most remote primary rainforests in the world. Inhabit types within the park include lowland no, I don't know that word. No. Just be fucking offended by a word. No. Can't make me say it. It's interesting today. It's been an interesting day. I already lost it. No! Rainforest, Mutan Forest, and volcanic alpine formations on Mount. Second highest peak in Indonesia. Just start screaming whenever there's a word I don't want to read. Ah! Oh my god, we're not even 2 hours in and I'm losing my mind. I'm losing my goddamn mind. The fire sources are referred to as a purported creature. Suku Anakdalam. Children of the inner forest, also known as the Orang Kupo. Is that like orang originated to orangutan? Like, did the English language take that word from the Indonesia? We take so many words from other languages, so I'm curious. It's probably not. It's probably something else, but nonetheless. Our group of Madarak people who have traditionally lived throughout the lowland forests of Jambi in South Sumatra. According to their legends, Orang Pendek has been a part of their world and a co-inhabitant of the forest for centuries. Okay. Interesting. Creature known as the Hatu Pendek, with description closely matches that of the Orange Pendek. However, Hatu Pendek is who's thought more of as a supernatural entity or demon rather than an animal, with the name translated to short ghost. Imagine being called a short ghost. That's funny. I'd be so upset if I was a ghost. I'm like, I'm not short. I can be any size I want. This is just the one when I'm relaxed. God damn it. Okay, so that's interesting. What do the Dutch think? Dutch settlers in the 20th century provided Westerners with their modern introduction of the Pendek-like creatures in Sumatra. One account in particular is widely reported. Mr. Van Heerwarden, who described an encounter he had while surveying land in 1923. I discovered a dark and hairy creature on a branch. The Sedapa was also hairy on the front of its body. The color there was a little lighter on the back, where the very dark hair on its head fell to just below the shoulder blades, or even almost to the waist. Had it been standing, its arms would have reached to a little above its knees. They were therefore long, but its legs seemed to be rather short. I did not see the feet, but I did see some toes. You saw them toes, Chad, which were shaped in a very normal manner. I guess like a normal foot, not like toes that are curved. My toes are curved. Horseshoes from when I was younger. There was nothing repulsive or ugly about its face, nor was it all ape-like. Okay. Okay, so yeah, you're chilling though. There's not a lot according to this wiki, but you're chilling, you're vibing, living your best life, and I applaud that. You deserve to. You deserve to live your best life. You're kind of boring though. That's okay. I'm gonna make you bottom C. I feel like no, let's do that. I feel like Old Yellow Top has less going on that I just don't like. Personal opinion. God damn. I'm already getting tired. I'm already getting wear down. Alright, next on the Sasquatch watch list. What do we got? The Wood Woes. The Wood Woes. What a name and what an art. Are you like... I feel something you like medieval about you. I don't know why. I don't know why, but there's something Middle English. I had a feeling. Had him back since then. Gotcha. You are just straight up what they say, wild man. That's what you are. You're just the wild men. The wild men of the times. That's what I'm guessing. Warriors of Myth. Okay. I'm curious. Okay, let's see what this is. The Wild Man, or Wild Man of the Woods, is a mythical figure, a motif resembling a hairy human that appears in the art and literature of medieval Europe. Generally, they were considered a large, statured race of humans who hairy fur all over their bodies and live in the wilderness of woodlands. They are not often thought to be covered with moss. They were often thought to be covered with moss, or wear green or vegetative. God, my reading skills are going down the drain. Clothing, and iconically wield a club or hold an uprooted tree as a staff. They would also occur in female versions as wild women. So where does the name Woodwoes come from? Is it still the same? Recent creatures of mythology, legend, folklore, medieval. Okay. That's fascinating. It's kind of fascinating that we have medieval, like, Bigfoots. Middle English Bigfoots. It's fascinating, honestly. Why is that? Like, we've had, like, I still think it's just hairy guys. But there's, like, so many renditions of this. Like, they're just been around. Okay. Let's see. The Wild Man is tested in Middle High German literature, particularly German heroic epics. Okay. Yeah. Well, yeah, I guess that would make sense. While the female, figures in the Arthurian works typically appear as advisories. These beings are also said to be named, meaning woodmen, and in other forms of the language, wood maiden, wood wife, or wood woman. Just on the point of just like, you're from the woods. I understand. We'll call you Wild Man. They knew Wild Woman. We were clever here today, chaps. Let's have some beer. It's a good day's work we just did just now. It's magical. Like, yes, sir. That's how I feel. But you know, like a lot of times when like you look at common words, sometimes they have to come from somewhere, right? Like some words you're able to trace back a certain point, and then you get lucky and you find some other like distinctions of that word. That's how I feel about Wild Man. A lot of times, like, oh yeah, from the English to German, of that, you know, that caliber of English, it's just like, well, yeah, that makes sense. It's basically the same. But like English also rips a lot of words to create other words. So like, yeah, it's just fascinating. A little history. It's like a little history lesson of words of like, oh yes, this is just common phrasing, but it was kind of clever for its time. In the folklore of German-speaking areas collected mainly in the 19th century, there are especially the alpine wild men and women. These beings could be manhunters or otherwise be sinister, but could also embrow luck or bounty, exhibiting aspects of woodland spirits. The folklore that was developed in the mining areas around Harz or Ore Mountains by the 16th century regarded the wild men of mines, also known as the mountain monk, as potentially both dangerous and beneficent, guiding humans to the discovery of ore deposits. The House of House of the Princes of Benwerk, Brunswick, Lindenberg, yes, rich whiteys, which controlled one of the silver mines, minted silver dollars, I guess. Coinage with the Wild Man in their coat of arms, starting in 1539. Okay. God, you guys like have things. You have things to be said. Alright, fucking middle English Bigfoot. They're the grandpas. You've been around for a hot minute. Where should we put you? You have to be at least C. I don't think you're that cool. You just seem basic. Y'all seem to be like just be chilling out here. So I'm gonna say, you know what? I'll put you close to top of C. Skunk Ape is funny to me. This is a bias, very much a bias. I just like them. I just enjoy their company. But it is interesting. We're getting like every corner of the world right now of Bigfoot. We got different time zones of Bigfoot. It's kind of crazy. It really is. It's fascinating. It's a fascinating on the topic of just a big hairy guy in the woods that appears every once in a while. Like, if we're to take some of this, sure, like if you just think of them as a Bigfoot, like it's a wide net, don't get me wrong. And I'm doing that for this bit. But like, it makes me curious of like, what's the actual like history? Is like there anything like we put together of like I was gonna say put together like why we all think this collectively, like dragons, right? A lot of cultures have their own dragons. I just think it's probably just a mindset of similarities at the time of just like, oh, that seems cool, you know, just like we just all had very similar thoughts because we experienced very similar things. So it's like, oh, what if it was just a lizard that flew in the sky and breathed fire? You know, that'd be so cool. And then just like, what if it was like a long, skinny lizard? You know, like same thing with Bigfoot. I think it's just like we just have a weird obsession of like guys that are big, strong, and fast in the woods. They're slightly terrifying. Something like that. It just gives that same like energy. You know what I mean? Just gives that same vibe. And I wouldn't be surprised if it's any different from the Agojiwe. I think I said that right. I'm looking at the card. Sasquatch Watch is going to be just today. That's all it is. The Sasquatch, if you will. Alright. What is this? Agojiwa? Agojiwe? Agojiwe. Hopefully I said that right. Alright. Is a purported small human-shaped bipedal reported in East Africa. 1 to 2 meters tall, 4 to 5 feet. Okay. With a brown, says it. Yeah, okay. It's just East African Bigfoot. Sightings. First recorded sightings was by Captain William Hitchens, reported in December of 1937 edition of his journal Discovery. Some years ago, I was sent on an official lion hunt in the area. The Usuri in Sibet Forest is on the western side of the Wembar Plains, and while waiting in a forest glade for a man-eater, I saw 2 small brown furry creatures come from the dense forest on one side of the glade and disappear into the thicket of the other. They were like little men, about 4 feet high, walking upright, but clad in rustic hair. The native hunter with me gazed in mingled fear and amusement. They were, he said, Algoe, the little furry men with whom one does not see once in a lifetime. Fascinating. Not a lot of current ones. Okay, yeah, you're fine. You're okay. You're just East Africa Bigfoot. It'll just put you bottom. Sorry, old yellow top, you've been taken out. All right. What in the sexual fantasy is this man? The Kandara giant. You can't tell me that's not someone's sexual fantasy. Because he is. You can't tell me otherwise. Someone's like, that photo specifically, like, yes, sir, Bob. I'll never meet this man. Oh, you could meet that guy in your life because it looks like a guy in real life, but sexual fantasy. I swear to God. Kandara giant. First one is the Wikipedia. Let me guess. Is that where your image comes from? What the fuck is this image? At least it actually looks illustrated. What the fuck is the lore? What's the lore of this where he got soldiers fucking modern soldiers fighting this guy? I can see his balls in this photo. Like, what the fuck, man? The Great Kandahar, also known as the Kandahar Giant, is an alleged enormous humanoid reportedly encountered and killed by U.S. soldiers in Afghanistan in 2002. What? Are you kidding me? Is this a real story? Is that why? Is that why he's there? Oh my god. Okay. The story is circulated widely in online forums, radio shows, and cryptological circles. It never happened, but still, I want to know. But no variable evidence or official documentation has ever been produced. Mainstream investigators classified the account as a modern myth or internet hoax. The style is funny to me. I guess we had to put some cryptids in Operation Desert Storm for some fucking reason, because here we are doing that. This poor guy. Summary description. The tale was popularized by radio host Steve. Yeah, I'm not even gonna try. Discussed on the program Coast to Coast AM on the mid 2000s. Coast to Coast. Gotcha. That makes sense. According to Quale's account, the events allegedly occurred in the remote mountain range of Kandahar, Afghanistan, when a U.S. Army squad disappeared during a routine patrol. A special operation task force, quote unquote, sometimes described as Rangers or Green Berets, was dispatched to locate the missing team. Upon reaching the cave entrance surrounded by scattered military gear, the soldiers reportedly encountered a red-haired humanoid standing between the 12 to 15 feet tall, with 6 fingers on each hand, 6 toes on each foot, and 3 testicles. Sorry, I added that last part. 2 rows of teeth. Of course, that's even weirder. The creature wielding a large spear allegedly charged the unit, fatally impaled one soldier, identified only as Dan, before being killed by concentrated gunfire. Witnesses in the story claim it took 30 seconds of sustained automatic fire from M4 carbines to semi-automatic recon carbines, whatever the fuck that is, Barrett M107 anti-material rifles to bring it down. The giant was described as wearing crude animal hide moccasins and emitted a strong odor of decay. After the creature was killed, its body was said to have been airlifted by a helicopter in a cargo net to a U.S. military base, then transported into an undisclosed location. The soldiers allegedly signed non-disclosure agreements, or NDAs, were ordered not to discuss the incident. Years later, one supposed witness claimed to have came forward because people have the right to know what happened on our planet. I'm loving this. This never happened, obviously. But what a lovely, stupid story. What a lovely little stupid story. I love it. This dude hangs out with mammoths and eats sweet rolls. I would do the same. I want a goddamn sweet roll right now. I ate a Danish earlier, actually. But what? That is so fucking funny. Like, is this from a show? No. Oh my god, I love these art interpretations. Who gave him the shield though? He skewers Dan. It's right there. He did it. He skewered Dan. Not Dan. He was our best poker player for Tuesday Night Poker. He was great. Oh my god. I love these interpretations. These are great. These are absolute fantastic. Oh, I'm happy. That made me happy. You, sir, are not Bigfoot. You, sir, are a sweet anomaly of something. I don't know what, but you're not Bigfoot. Granted, you have the hair color for Bigfoot, because apparently most Bigfoots are slightly ginger, and I don't know how I feel about that. You're just fun. You fun. You deserve it. Sorry. No, I like you. Your story's great. The patrolly ass skunk ape, sorry, you've been booted out. We have a new champion of C, and he tried to take out a whole military squad. And he lost, and it cost us millions of dollars to take his ass down. For why? Because we're America, that's why. Because that's what we do. We kill threats that we don't understand because God forbid we understand them and save money on not wasting goddamn fucking bullets. That's amazing. Okay, let's do one more and we're gonna take a break. Oh my god, that was such an unexpected story. I love that. That was great. That was fantastic. Ubu Gugu Go-Go. Ubu Go-Go. Ubu Go-Go. I butchered your name, but I like saying it nonetheless. Ubu Go-Go. Did I spell that right? I did. No. No, I did not. There we go. So what's your deal, man? You actually look like an actual potential... You actually just look like a guy. You look like a forgotten tribe, actually, now I look up at you. I was gonna say you're probably also Bigfoot, but no, I think you're just a guy. Just like this guy, but, you know, not that guy. Ibu Gogo are a group of human-like creatures that appear in the folklore of Flores, Indonesia. Nage... Laji? I don't know. Language of Central Flores, Ibu means grandparent, and Gogo means one who eats anything. Okay, equivalent would be something like old glutton. Gotcha. The Naji people of Florence describe the Ibu Gogo as having been able walkers and fast runners around 5 feet tall. They reportedly had wide and flat noses, broad faces with large mouths and hairy bodies. The females also had long, impetuous breasts. Huh? What does that mean? What does this mean? Impetuous? Hanging down loosely, often swinging or drooping. My tits hang low, watch them wobble in the flow. They were said to have murmured in what was soon to be their own language. You could reportedly repeat what was said to them in a parrot-like fashion. The legends relating to the Ibu Gogo were traditionally attributed to monkeys, according to the journal Nature. Nature. An article in New Sciences gave the following account of folklore of Florida surrounding the Ibu Gogo. In the 18th century, villagers gave the Ibu Gogo a gift of palm fiber to make clothes, and once the Ibu Gogo took the fiber into the cave, the villagers threw in a fire band to set it alight, killing all the occupants. Just killed them for no goddamn reason? That's crazy. That's insane. I guess they would kill people, I guess. I don't know where I'm even getting that from. But yeah, that's crazy. One pair may have fled into the forest. There's also legends about the Ibu Gogo kidnapping human children. Well, that makes sense. Hoping to learn how to cook them. Well, okay, that's fair while you're birding them. The children are always outwit the Gogo in the tales. Ah, it's just mythology. Gotcha. Tell stories. Okay, yeah. Not really a cryptid, I guess. More just folk story, and that's fine. That's absolutely fine. Put you right there. You're fine. You're okay. I got a couple more minutes. I thought it was gonna be more on that guy. The Minnesota Iceman. Oh my God. I'm learning things, chat. This is great. Is it Minnesota? Yeah, Minnesota Iceman. What a name. Iceman? Okay. He's posing right now too. What's going on, man? He posed in his death photo? Yo, that's crazy. Good for you. That's some Zora ass shit right there. I love it. The Minnesota Iceman is a sideshow exhibit, elaborate hoax that depicts a fake man-like creature frozen. Why has it got to be a hoax? He's posing like a beautiful child in a block of ice. It was displayed at a shopping mall, state fairs, and carnivals in the United States and Canada in the 60s and 70s, and prompted as the missing link Oh, sideshow. Gotcha. It was sold on eBay in 2013 and put on display in Austin, Texas. Can I see it? Can I go see it? Where is it? How much was it sold for? I want to see this thing. This looks crazy. Is this the actual photo of it? Like, what the hell? Probably I can't see it no more, can you? Why? Description. The creature has been described as a male, human-like, 6 feet tall, always are. Hairy with large hands and feet, very dark hair, 3 to 4 inches, about 3 to 4 inches long, and a flat nose. One of his arms is described to be broken, and one of its eyes appeared to have been knocked out of its socket, allegedly by a bullet that was said to have entered the creature's head from behind. Oh, this was killed recently? It was killed at that time? And they froze it in a block of ice. Okay. Could have just taxidermied it, but alright, whatever. Is it going to be more credible if it was just in ice over a pelt? I guess? I don't even know what the fuck. I don't see how it would be, but you know, here we are. Terminator. After investigating, scientists from the Smithsonian Institute determined that it was likely to be a hoax. Yeah, but I want to still see it. Prompter and exhibitor Frank Henson stated the Minnesota. I'm going to scroll this up and just read it. Prompter and exhibitor Frank Henson stated the Minnesota Iceman was discovered in the region of Siberia, that he was acting as its caretaker for an absentee owner he described as an eccentric California millionaire, as they always are, chat. Touring carnivals and fairs with the exhibit, Henson was once reportedly detained by Canada customs officials who were concerned he was transporting a human cadaver. Fair enough, I guess. Fair enough. The FBI was informed that the subject might potentially be a human murder victim, but the agency did not investigate, possibly due to many believing it was a hoax. What a way to transport a kill, though, in a block of ice, of all goddamn things. I don't know if that's how that would work very well. Sanity, then science editor of the Archaeologist magazine, authorized. Oh my, fuck, I'm just yawning up a storm. Authored a article about the Iceman in the April 1969 issue that featured the headline, "Is this the missing link between man and apes?" Sanderson also spoke about the Iceman in television appearances and contacted primalologist John Napier, I don't know, asking him to investigate it under the official auspices of the Smithsonian Institute. I butchered that word as well. I'm not even gonna try. Henson subsequently withdrew the Minnesota Iceman from public inspection, saying the withdrawal was an order from its California-based owner. Oh, that's hoax I've ever heard one. That's a shame. Henson later provided a new Iceman for exhibit, describing him by observers as a latex model that was clearly different from the original. Wow. He really tried to I will just hide the real one and we'll call it a day. That's funny. In conjunction with the Smithsonian, made primary investigation of Henson's affairs and said he found that Henson had commissioned the creation of the Iceman from a West Coast company in '67, leading Napier to quickly conclude that there was only ever one Iceman latex model that he theorized was refrozen between appearances. Napier stated that the Smithsonian Institute is satisfied that the creature is simply a carnival exhibit made of latex, rubber, and hair. The original model and the present so-called substitute are one and the same. Oh, that's fun. How much was it sold for? It was for the auction on eBay. I love the Smithsonian. It's like, we don't want it no more. We're going to sell it. Gaff billed as the Minnesota Iceman Frank Henson. This was the one-of-a-kind hoax that was fabricated in the 20th century. Purchased by Museum of the Weird owner, who has placed it in public display. Can I see it? Can I have the article? I want to see a photo of it. Yeah, there it is. That's fucking great. God bless Wayback Machine. That's funny. I like that. Anyway, you're just a great story. That was a fantastic little story. That was fun. Where would I put you? You're just kind of you're kind of fun. I'd place you bottom C, I guess. You're right around there. I'm fine with that. I love when we like do this shit. Like I need to do more stuff like this because like I love learning fun little stories about some hoax ass shit. We might have to do more streams like this. I think it'd be a lot of fun. We have to do like hoaxes or some shit like stuff like that. I don't know how I would find that, but like do some research on that type of shit. That'd be really cool. Do stuff that involve like a very similar vibe as the fucking Minnesota Iceman because that was great. That was a fun little story. I want more of that. That'd be fantastic. But anyway, like I said, we're gonna take a break. For those of me are new here, welcome. Hi, I'm Swindlin. We're doing it's learning about cryptids, but it's a cryptids with a tier list. Today, and we have gone through not a lot. I think we've only gone through like a handful so far, but we're gonna be doing that all day, so probably a couple more hours. But I generally like to take a break every couple hours, about like a 7-minute break. I gotta clean my cat's lunch bowls and get up, move around, use the bathroom, all that jazz. So if you need to do that, right now's the best time to do so. Thank you also for being here. Also, kind of a crazy thing happening right now. If you come from, I don't know if anyone actually goes from the videos to the live streams, but if you are, the analog horror tier list is kind of popping off right now again. Still, thank you so much for everyone that watched that. I think that's close to 1,000 views, and that's kind of weird. That's crazy. So thank you for everyone that came from that. If you're hanging out with me today for this, thanks for checking this stuff out. Really, honestly, everybody else also, fuck you. You don't love me enough. I'm kidding. Thank you all so much for your support. Seriously, thank you for everyone's support with everything that's been going on the channel. It really does mean a lot. I'm glad you guys seem to enjoy it. It really does matter a lot. I'm glad you enjoy as much as I do. These like the stuff we've been doing. It's been great, and I really hope you enjoy what we have going on in the future because I got some stuff I want to do. So nonetheless, thanks again for everything, all the support. I'll be back in 7 minutes. I'm not going nowhere. It's a break. Just want to say thanks. About a 7-minute break. Be back soon. Who's ready for more cryptids? Are you ready? Ready for more cryptids? Hello, I'm back. How's it going? Did you guys have a guys break? It was good to get up. I had to get up. Use the restroom. Had to get some water. I'm good. I'm a little better. I'm doing Gucci. I'm ready. I'm ready. Also a reminder, by the way. I forgot to say this as well after saying thank you for watching that video. I do have a new YouTube video up that came out Friday. If you want to check that out, it's our reaction to VCR Willie, the newest 2 videos. So check that out after the stream, not during the stream. After. Be respectful. You gotta be respectful. You gotta do it after the stream. It only makes sense, okay? All right. Glad we're on the same page. I have to fix my little stool. All right. God. Losing my voice a little bit. All right. Monkey Man of Delhi. Delhi? I want to say Delhi. I don't know why I do, but I do. Monkey Man of Delhi. What the fuck? Is this also another hoax one? Is that how you spell that? I think so. Alright. What the fuck is that art? We don't know if he's wearing nothing and he's just a little monkey guy, or he's like a military-esque motherfucker. We don't know. We don't know. What the fuck is this? What is this? Oh my god. Alright. Monkey Man of Delhi. The Monkey Man of Delhi, also known as Face Scratcher or the Black Monkey, is also known anomaly, is an unknown anomaly, which is reported to be roaming Delhi in mid-2001. The entire incident has been described as an example of mass hysteria in India. Ah, yes. Yes, mass hysterias are very fascinating. I don't remember the other term for a very specific one. I think there is a term for it. Of a more localized, more isolated little ones, like say inside a high school or something, like weird shit happens. I think it's a very similar thing. Well, I imagine it's actually not the same now that I think about it. I was thinking of say in a high school, there's a term for it. I learned this while listening to a podcast about the Salem witch trials, because it's this is probably what happened during the Salem witch trials. Was that so I give an example. It's happened I think it was in a high school somewhere. Someone started to get a weird kind of similar to a tick, some type of tick. They would do something and it just kind of weirdly spread to every person in that high school, started to get something of the same effect. I can't remember what that was called. But I was thinking that, but I guess mass hysteria is more scared, Parasite Eve-esque thing. It's there's a killer trying to get us, that type of shit, and they just start making up shit about that person, that never even happened. Tall tales, if you will. Not close at all to what I was saying, but nonetheless, I tried. I tried to relate to it. Anyway. In May 2001, reports circulated in New Delhi, India, concerning a monkey-like creature that attacked people at night. Eyewitnesses' accounts were often inconsistent, but usually described the creature as about 4 feet tall, covered in thick black hair with a metal helmet, metal claws, glowing red eyes, and 3 buttons on its chest. It's not a monkey. That's just a guy with a helmet. That's just a short guy with a helmet. What the fuck you mean, monkey? I don't think they know what monkeys look like. I'm gonna be honest. Whoever did these reports, they didn't know what a monkey looked like. Happens to the best of us. Others, however, describe the Monkey Man as having a vulpine snout and being up to 8 feet tall, muscular, and would leap from building to building. Yeah, that sounds like a mass hysteria thing. Kind of like I said, my wife watched like Parasite Agent for the first time, and like I was watching a little bit of that, and it just gives this honestly feels just like that, of like, you know, oh yeah, someone did some murders, then it just rumors, tall tales, mass hysteria, you know, all that shit happens, and just became something completely different. Started getting to buildings that weren't actually had, you know, other than it was just a guy with a bat. It was just a guy with a bat that just go after a specific type of person. Like, it is that very much that energy. In mid 2002, a group of 14ers from the affluent Nazmuddin East Colony tried replicating the act by dressing up in monkey costumes and stole money from local vegetable vendors. Damn, that's crazy. All four were apprehended by the police and were released with a warning. The perpetrators were later named by the media as Agua, Aisha, Agua, Karen Groover, and an underage unnamed accomplice. Okay, they wanted his identity secret apparently. Over 350 sightings of the Monkey Man were reported, as well as around 60 resulting in injuries. Police released sketch artists of eyewitness accounts in an attempt to capture the creature. 2, by some reports 3, people reportedly died when they fell from the tops of buildings or down stairways in a panic because when they thought they were under attack by the Monkey Man. That's crazy. That's absolutely crazy. That's fascinating in a lot of ways. It just looks like a little dude that did some fuck ass shit. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? It just looks like that. What an artistic representation of that art style, though. It's hilarious. Fucking yeah. You're not really a cryptid either. I think you really are just mass hysteria. I think you're like somewhere D. I think you're a little cooler than Loch Ness, though. I ain't gonna lie. Not that it's hard. Loch Ness is kind of like a boring ass like cryptid. I ain't gonna lie. You're a little cooler. You're more modern. You have a slighter new taste. That's weird to say, but here we are. But yeah, that's the Monkey Man. There's not much going on. There's a lot of obscure ones in here. I ain't gonna lie. A lot of like just one or two like entries, and they call it a day. Like reports, I should say. All right, Devil Monkey. So have we left the Sasquatches? Are we just now in monkeys? Devil Monkey. Let's see. That's just a baboon. He's babooing over here. Come on. God damn it. That's just a baboon. There have been reports of devil monkeys, which are large baboon-like primates that are now being spotted in the wooded areas near Flagstaff, Arizona. Well, that's what makes it weird. They're in Flagstaff, Arizona. Now it's just weird. Not a lot going on in Arizona. Just saying. Eyewitnesses said that she noticed her dog was acting very agitated and scared when they were on their hike through Mount Eden Forest Trail. When she noticed a small group of Jesus, I was gonna say primates, but it's primitive looking creatures scurrying through the rocks. She's described as 4 to 5 feet tall, very quick and agile. These creatures are called devil monkeys in other parts of the United States. They've also been seen sightings in other states such as New Mexico, Utah, and Colorado. Gotcha. Unique species of monkey has been described as being 3 to 4 feet tall, although some eyewitnesses have sworn that these furry fiends can reach a height that is excessive of 7 feet. That'd be crazy. That's a big ass fucking baboon, man. It seems clear, however, that those who have had an encounter with this larger version of the beast are actually describing a run-in with a prototypical hairy humanoid, not the smaller, more primate-like devil monkey. Okay. So they were going after, they saw Sasquatch, not devil monkey. That's what I'm hearing. What the fuck? Unlike the legendary gorilla-like Bigfoot or Yeti, these creatures, which have been seen throughout the American South and Midwest and as far north as Alaska, has been described as shaggy, canine-faced, baboon-like creatures with powerful, utmost kangaroo-like legs, a trait they share with the South America's notorious goat sucker, the chupacabra. It's the chupacabra moved. We got another one. We got a new chupacabra, chat. Yay! Finally, that's not a Bigfoot. Tired of them already. Other distinguishable traits of the devil's monkeys are said to bear include three-toed, razor-clawed feet, tiny, pointed ears. Fucking Shadow Man became my cat for a second. I swear to God, I thought I saw someone like walk away. It was the Hat Man. The Hat Man became the Shadow Man. The Shadow Man became my cat. Cat Man. Anyway, I don't know what I'm doing in my life. Tiny pointed ears and long, often bushy tails, not unlike legends of the Rougarou. I've heard of that. Of the South, werewolves, or the infamous Derider roadkill. What is that? That better not be on this list because I'm not learning. I'm not waiting to learn that. Oh, okay. Well, now we're getting actual monkeys. They've evolved from ape-like Bigfoots, right? More humanoid to straight up, they're just saying they're cool-looking monkeys. That's where we're at now. Very fascinating. Where would I put Devil Monkey? I think Devil Monkey are kind of boring. Like you're just a guy. You're just a guy. You're down. You're not as disappointed as these guys. I would have put you right here. I think you're not that disappointing. But you're pretty disappointing. You're just a guy that could be tall. Yeah. And that's not a lot. You know what I mean? It's not a lot going on with this guy. All right, what we got? It's a porcupine chimpanzee, spiny backed chimpanzee. I like my name better. Spiny back chimpanzee. Why they can't just say spine back? Why does it gotta be spiny back? He's spiny. He doesn't have spines. He's only spiny. That's the difference, chat. He's the difference. He's only kind of spiny. Understandable. I gotta go. These spines are spiny. No, I gotta run. Can't be stabbing with my spinies. Oh, hey, spiny. Crazy, absolutely crazy. That's funny. He's booking it in that photo. All right. Spiny-backed chimpanzee is a bizarre creature reported from the Democratic Republic of the Congo. It is described in a short account that appeared in the Philip Condré self-introduced book, Nope, not even gonna try, in 2009. According to Condré, a member of his unit for the United States Navy whose wishes to remain anonymous, has claimed that during a mission to the Democratic Congo sometime between 1997 and 2002, the unit's team encountered 13 bipedal chimpanzees that were attempting to kill another animal. Standing 4.5 to 5 feet high, they were uniformly gray in color, but by far their most distinctive feature was the features of spines running down each chimp's back, which stood up like porcupine quills whenever the chimps became agitated. Condré also stated the team actually shot a 3-minute video film of these extraordinary apes, but that it remains a military secret. It never happened. Oh yes, we recorded it, but the military has it. That's a shame, because you never recorded it. No, I did, I swear. No, I don't believe you. I don't believe you, Mr. Philip Condré. You lie. Anyway, a lie. It's a big lie. It really is. It's a big lie. The precise location of the sighting is unknown. Of course it is, but as the team was from the U.S. Navy. And the Democratic Congo is virtually landlocked. It may have been somewhere close to Lake Nope, not even gonna try either. The possession of genuine spines by these apes seems highly improbable, but perhaps they sported distinctive manes or even erect tufts of hair that superficially resemble spines. Moreover, the manes have been reported from certain other bipedal crypto primates, including the Burino. Sure. Okay. So you just think they misinterpreted? This one looks like an alien. I love they went so far and like, no, it's gonna look like that. This is an alien. And then we got something I would have made. I'm pretty sure. I feel like I would have draw this. It's just funny. Yeah. So you were just misinterpreted. You're also boring. Sure, you're gonna go right there. You're gonna be right there. I'm so disappointed in you, Hopskin Goblin. That others can be better than you so easily. It's crazy. Truly is. Alright, what's this? Ladoy's ape? What the fuck is Ladoy's ape? Lois? I thought it was Doys. Deloys. I spelled that wrong. My bad. My bad. That was my bad. I can't write. God, what the fuck? That's just a dead ape. We're seeing a dead animal on our screen right now. You have a stick under its chin to keep its ass up. That's just a monkey killed for a shot. That's grotesque, if anything. Deloy's ape, given the proposed scientific name, nope, not even gonna try either, was an alleged large primate reported by Swiss geologists. Yeah. No. Explorer Francis Deloy's in South America. The only evidence for this animal besides Deloy's testimony is one photograph. It was promoted by George Montandon as a previously unknown species, but is considered a misidentification of spider monkey species or hoax. It is a hoax. It's just a dead monkey with a stick up its chin. It's not real. Ugh. Swiss oil geologist Delois had led an expedition in 1917 to 1920 to search for petroleum in the area along the border between Colombia and Venezuela, primarily near Lake Maracaibo. Sure. The expedition was unsuccessful. Delois' group suffered diseases and violent encounters with native population. Only 4 of the 20 members survived. Ugh. That sounds rough. According to Delois' later report in 1920, when camping on a bank of tributary of the Tara... God, I didn't lose it. Oh, Lord have mercy. I cannot stop yawning. It's insane. 2 large creatures, tributary of the Tower River, 2 large creatures approached the group. Initially, Delois thought they were bears, but they noticed they were monkey-like. The creatures, one male and one female, seemed angry, said Delois, and they advanced hollering, gesturing, as well as breaking and holding some branches. They defecated into their hands, and flung feces at the expedition. Fearing for their safeties and the fucking shit being flung at them, the expedition fired at the pair, killing the female and wounding the male. Delois and his companion recognized that they had encountered something unusual. The animal resembled the spider monkey, but was so much larger. About 1.7 meters tall compared to the largest spider monkey, which are just over a meter tall. So it's an extra meter, which like what? How big is that? Deloitte counted 32 teeth. Most New World monkeys have 36 teeth, and noted the creature had no tail. They posed the creature by okay, so they're not even lying that it's a dead photo. It's a dead monkey. They have a dead monkey on their hands. Gotcha. Noted the creature had no tail. They posed the feature by sitting on the crate and propping up its stick under its chin. Deloitte reported they intended to preserve the animal, but the bones decayed in all but one photograph. But one photograph was lost. I don't believe you. I think you knew what it was. You're just being weird. Oh God. You ever yawn and then your chin starts cramping? That's literally what just happened to me. Oh, ow, that hurt. It was like right under. I was in a weird position and started seizing my muscles. I'm like, no, ah, stop that. Okay, so what? Okay, what's the publication? Let's just read this. After Deloitte's return to Europe, the story was not reported until 1929, when his friend George Montandon discovered the photograph while pursuing Deloitte's files for information about South America's native tribes. At Montandon's urging, Deloitte related the account in the Illustrated London News of June 15, 1929. 3 articles regarding the creature were published in French journals. We have no information on that. Montandon suggested the scientific name, and proposed it as the ancestor of Native Americans in support of his hologenesis hypothesis, which suggested different racial groups of Homo sapiens evolved independently from different non-human ape species rather than sharing a common human ancestor. Interesting. Doesn't sound right at all, I'm not gonna lie. The hypothesis was popular at the time, but now many regard it as nothing but the product of racist and discriminatory views Montandon held. Yeah, that sounds right. That sounds correct to me. Controversy. After his publicity, Deloitte's account was deemed unreliable by many prominent critics, including primatologist Philip Harshwitz, I guess, the anthropologist Arthur Keith. Keith suggested Deloitte was trying to pass off a normal spider monkey as something more exotic. The photograph did not clearly indicate the creature's size, and Keith also noted that by not photographing the creature's posterity, Deloitte had left open the question of whether or not it had a tail. Keith suggested the animal in the photo was simply a spider monkey. I mean, yeah, it probably is. It doesn't look special to me. It's just there. Not real. I don't believe you. You're not real. Bottom of D. Get out of here. Fucking weirdos. All right. What's this? Midpick creature. Midpick creature. All right. Might not do much longer. I am so fucking tired today. We'll see. We'll see how I keep going. I've been yawning up a storm, and like, yeah. All right. The Metec creature. The creature Metepec is a creature found by a group of Mexican farmers in May in 2007. Is this the photograph? it's just a dead cat. It's just like a fossilized animal. Like, it's nothing crazy. Like you know when you animals get forgotten and they die somewhere and they pose and they just kind of like everything but the skin and bones and maybe like some organs like preserved. It's just that. It's just a dead animal. Jesus. The creature at MedTech is rather small, but about the size of a small cat or a large rabbit. Yeah, it was just a dead cat, I'm sure. It was smooth, whitish gray skin with a large head for its size. The creature appears to be quadrupedal. I don't know why I'm butchering words right now. With dexterous front paws and a long tail. It had 2 forward-facing eyes, giving it its stereoscopic vision, and likely indicated that it had predatory habits. Its head resembles that of the well-known gray aliens or the New Louisiana swamp monster, suggesting a possible connection. However, we may be able to rule out gray aliens because of the creature. God damn. Got a weird pain right above my fucking right eye. However, we may be able to rule out the gray aliens because the creature seems small and they surely wouldn't leave one of their young in that situation. Get your opinions out of my wiki. No one fucking asked. So I think it's just a dead animal. It's not even like a fucking alien. Okay. Is that supposed to be a 3D photo of it? Okay. Alright, sure. History. Yorosa was originally used to set up traps to feed the owner's birds, and snakes found a small alien-like creature alive, but caught it in a rat trap. 4 people who worked at the ranch, including the owner, claimed to have seen the creature alive in the trap until they apparently got it so scared it might have escaped. They decided to kill it. Of course he did. Oh my god. I'm butchering sentences now. It's not even like there's any apostrophes in it. Let me reread this stupid ass sentence. 4 people who worked at the ranch, including the owner, claimed to have seen the creature alive in the trap until they apparently got so scared it might escape. They decided, you need a comma there, please. They decided to kill it. Shortly after the story became public, the ranch owner died in a car fire. Huh? That's crazy. Which many believe was caused by aliens seeking revenge. You killed our child. You will perish in a fire. Not use any of our sciencey, magic-y bullshit. The creature was eventually sold to UFO journalist James Musan, who tried for years to get the world to believe it was a real alien. I don't think it was. I don't think so, man. It was revealed on ATS above top secret in 2010 that Euros who originally found the creature, apparently confessed on an internet forum that he had hoaxed the whole thing. But at the time, there was no scientific evidence to back up his confession, so many people were still unsure if it was an alien or not. So the debate continued. I mean, I would just believe it. Honestly, I guess, if you can't prove it's real, you can't also I guess you can't prove it's not real. I don't know. Apparently the 5 labs from around the world had, apparently 5 labs, I added words there. I made that sentence sound way stupider than it actually is. Apparently 5 labs from around the world have tried to identify the DNA, but the results are still inconclusive. One of the labs from Mexico claimed it might be of human origin. Thanks to a new investigation by Channel 4's Alien Investigations, which was shown last week. When was this written? Put a date in there. Oh, it's wikiing. This thing's wikiing. There is now solid evidence to prove the hoax. The now dried up creature was 3D mapped and X-rated at the Imperial College London. Experts at a top forensic laboratory in UK took what James Masson said would be the last batch of DNA samples he would ever allow. First, after studying the 3D rendered model, Professor Donald quickly identified by the teeth as being a New World monkey from the Americas, not from Africa or Asia. After studying the x-rays, he also confirmed that due to the position of a hole at the base of the skull, it was most likely a monkey. Yeah, that makes fucking sense. Like, things can look weird when they die, but damn, that's crazy. Then, during a lie detector test, Ruiz stated that he actually made the creature himself. The lie detector confirmed, the also reliable lie detector. No history of being like false positives or anything like that. Confirmed that he was telling the truth. He said that he was working for a zoo. He was sent a monkey for taxidermy. He said because it looked interesting, he put it in a trap at the ranch where he was working, and the owner told him that he had seen it alive. The owner then took a bunch of photos, got on the phone, and started ringing up lots of people, including James Masani, saying a live alien had been caught at the ranch. Yeah, you're not real either. You're getting boring over here, man. You're getting boring over here. Where should we put you? We could. You suck. You suck. You're down here. All the way down. All the way down. All the way down. You're just a dead thing. And this is a Cyclops Sasquatch. Malpin Guari. We're grazing over this. We're already done. We can move on to Cyclops. Cyclops the Sasquatch. That seems more interesting to me, okay? That poor thing was just nothing. I gotta remember how to spell that. And pin. Oh, you're right there. Hi, thank you. Jesus Christ, I need like a moment. I am just. This is what we think about lips. The whole mouth was the belly, had one big eye, and it looked like a cartoon from the 2000s. We believe this. Drink some water. Slowly losing my voice in this thing. Okay. The Mapinguri is a mythological creature from Brazilian folklore. The Mapinguri is often described as a man-eating monster. It's extremely foul-smelling, hairy, with hook-shaped nails, backward-facing feet. Why? Why? Why are they backwards facing feet? Bipedal gait is walking. A gaping mouth in its belly. Gaping mouth in its belly. And a single eye like a cyclops. Oh, we actually believe it looks like that. Cool. Have we actually seen this fucking thing? Oh, God. There's a lot. There's a lot on this one. Alright. I don't care about your name, description. The Mapinguri was believed to haunt the forests of Para, the Amazons, and I don't know, in the 20th century. The Mapinguri is described as a giant monkey with a monkey-like face, hairy like a spider monkey, but human-sized. That's a common trope we're seeing right now. Or larger than the man, with backwards oriented donkey-like hooves. And a large mouth split from nose to stomach. It has long red, brown, or black hair, dense enough to make the Mapinguri effectively bulletproof, bar the area near the navel. How do we know? Do we find one and shoot it? I have questions. My God. Which is the only place vulnerable to gunshots. Have we tried? Different or additional defense features may be present in arcade the manga. Mapinguri was said to have crocodilian-like hard-shelled skin and feet shaped like the end of a pestle or Brazilian nut capsules. Intefe, Amazons, I don't know. I don't want to say Amazons. I don't know why. A Mapinguri was described as having a shell similar to a turtle. A giant turtle man. Understandable. The other recurring features of the Mapinguri is a large single eye in either the belly or the forehead, like a cyclops. A typical description found among the Mura people with a single eye on his head and a large vertical mouth on the belly. Crazy. I hear my phone and I just want to double check. Losing my voice. The Mapinguri is a man-eater that eats its victims head first. It chews its victims' heads slowly, as if it was like a chewing tobacco. What a description for that. It's terrifying. It is variously said to be nocturnal. What is this? Crepuscular? Is one that is active primarily during twilight period. I didn't realize we had a term for that. Or diurnal is a form of plant and animal behavior characterized by activity during daytime with a period of sleeping or inactivity at night. Comment. Okay. And to lay in wait in the dim light of the deep forest before lunging to attack. How do we know this? Who's seen this guy attack? I want to know. Who are they? They're alive somewhere. I know it. They have reports and I need to know. Deep forest before lunging attack. It announces itself with loud screaming, frightening humans in a fight. So we have fought this. Okay. Kasuto suspected this part to be relatively young lore, as it was mentioned by the 20th century rubber trappers, but not in the literature of the colonial period. Oh, tappers. Ah, gotcha. Those guys, they tap the rubber trees to get the rubber. Mapinguri may also scream while retreating into the forest after having been attacked itself, even without having been injured. Ah! This is a whiny baby. Ah! You touched me! Ah! He touched me! I'm just hovering my finger over you. You're not touching me! He's touching me! I feel it! It's like a sibling fucking with their younger one. It's like, I'm not touching her, you're touching me! Gotta love that classic of the game. Although the common version claims the Mapinguri only devour the heads, a testimony described the creature devouring the entire body, piece meat. The head, the limbs, entrails, and torso of a man. Casito also noted that the Mapinguri can tear the flesh in large pieces. A rubber tapper, quoted in 1928, claims that he had gone hunting in the woods while his workmates remained in their shared huts for the Sunday. When the rubber tapper returned to their dwelling, he found his companion being devoured by the Mapinguri, which had a jaguar-like claws and a mouth as large as a lapel? I don't think that's what that is. Reaching from the face to the stomach. The tale frames the Mapinguri as a punishment for breaking Sabbath and exhibits Christian influence as a result. Of course it does. The hunter leaves the hut arguing that one goes hungry even on a Sunday, or one still has to eat on a Sunday. Conversely, Mapinguri deliberately chooses a holiday or Sunday to hunt his victim. Okay, this is most backstory. Gotcha. Putting the people that remain active in such days at risk. Of course. Anthropologist David C. Oren recorded voice of the Mapinguri is alternatively said to be loud but similar to a human screaming or akin to thunder. In a break with the portrayal of the Mapinguri as a predator, Oren records claims that the Mapinguri twists Bakaba palm trees to the ground on... What does it look like? Gotcha. Oh, God. That flew my eye. Great. I'm gonna be reading like this and it's gonna look funny as hell on the stream. God damn it. Oren recorded claims that the Mapinguri twists Bampada palm trees to the ground and feeds on the palm heart and its berry-like fruit, of course. Arcade. I just want to say like acre. I want to say acre. I don't know why. It looks like acre, but I don't know if it's pronounced like acre. It said that the Indians who attain an advanced age transform into the Mapingura. Old people just get old? Old people just become that? That's crazy. The idea that men who grow excessively old into Mapinguras was shared by the Macuna people of Colombia and the natives of the Yota River, who in the later case would kill the elderly before they could turn to the Mapingura. Jesus Christ. Oh, you know, it's old. You're an old man now. You're gonna have one eye and have a mouth belly, so we gotta kill you. I was like, all right. Wait, we actually believe in that? I'm like, yeah, we do. Gotta do that. Shit. Oh, yeah. Can't shake this tiredness today. It's insane. It was said that the Indians who attain an advanced AI would kill them because what the fuck? Colombia and the natives of the Yotai River, who in later cases will kill the elderly before they can turn to Mangpoba. Indigenous chief, I skipped over a line apparently for the first time, claimed that the Mangpoba was the ancient king of the region. Their folklore describes the Mangpoba as a former human shaman. All right. Their dung resembles the droppings of a horse. Well, that's gonna make it real difficult then. Jesus. Okay. They're weird. I'm not gonna lie. We're not gonna go much more on it. They're crazy. Ain't gonna lie. They're fucking bonkers. I kind of like them though. I think you're around C. I want to say you're about mid. I think you're pretty mid on C, which is not bad. Are they B? Do I like them that much? I don't think so. Oh man. I'm like looking at it. Do I want to change anything? I don't think so. I like everything is where it's at. You know, B and A and C, like when it comes to with this many cryptids, you gotta be selective. A lot of them are gonna be mid and down here. They gotta be pretty special if they're like B and higher, in my opinion, right? Like it's third, first, third, like third, second, and third. Like you gotta be special. You gotta be special if you're hitting those areas. You know what I mean? All right. The Dover Demon. Can't wait to be disappointed by this guy. He looks disappointing already. He reminds me too of the goblins, and I'm so sad. Whew. All right. God, I just cannot shake this tiredness, guys. It is crazy. The Dover Demon is a creature reportedly sighted on April 21st, 22nd, 1977 in Dover, Massachusetts, a town about 50 miles southwest of downtown Boston. He looks like an absolute goober of a man. If that's the actual sketch, that's funny to me. I think that's absolutely hilarious. All right, sighting. 17-year-old William Bill Bertlet. Do we also know of a Bertlet? I don't remember. Claimed that while driving on April 21st, 1977, he saw a creature about 4 feet tall with glowing orange eyes, no nose or mouth, and a watermelon-shaped head. Imagine you say, man, I saw his eyes. They're like, he got some glowing orange eyes and a watermelon head. And I'm like, damn. I take some pride in my watermelon head, you bastard. How dare you? So mean. I'm just an alien. You call me a watermelon head. It'd be like that. On top of a broken stone wall on Farm Street in Dover, Massachusetts. 15-year-old John Baxter reports seeing a similar creature on Miller Hill Road that same evening. Well, that can't happen. There's more than one? What the fuck? Probably not at the same time. But I don't know why I took that as the same time. But this thing was seen a lot by people for some fucking reason. It was making sure it was seen, I guess. Another 15-year-old, Abby Barbham, claimed to have seen the creature the following night on Springdale Avenue. In the middle of the city. Just wandering. It's like, damn, you guys got some nice houses around here. If only I can afford this tax bracket. Teenagers all drew sketches of the alleged creature. Bartlett wrote on the sketch, Bill Bartlett, swear on a stack of Bibles that I saw this creature. That's crazy. According to the local news report, the locations of the sightings plotted on a map lay in a straight line over 2 miles. The sightings were not made public until the 1st of May. At that time, a local investigator of unexplained phenomena noted similarities to creatures in Kelly Hopkinsville encounter in 55. Don't listen to that one. They just left. It's not that great. They weren't even goblins. Like, this ain't a demon. This is an alien. They don't know what names are, apparently. It's upsetting. Even though none of the witnesses reported seeing a UFO, the sightings were also investigated by a mutual UFO network and associated groups. Okay. Drink some water, sorry. What is the speculation on what it could be? Where do they think it is? A snowy owl? I don't know. It's such a weird thing to have, I guess, but I guess it would make sense. You were just as disappointing. I knew it. You're also kind of dear. Guess what? You're the king. No. You're gonna be the king of the aliens. We're gonna stick you right there. I think that's where the aliens are mostly. You're nothing special, but you're a little higher, I guess. It's allowable. I just love this photo a lot. I'm really curious on this photo, but the Grinch Road Monster has a interesting aesthetic going on with this photo. It looks like a bacteria. You know when you like zoom in on a bacteria on like a super telescope? That's what he looks like. It's a vibe. It's a very much vibe. He would be great at raves. What is it? Grunch? Grunch, not crunch. Is it Grunchville? No, Grunch Road. Why am I getting my fucking shit mixed up? Oh, we looked at this guy already? I didn't realize that. Oh, yeah! It was this guy. It was the fucking dog lizard. I remember now. It's an alleged fucking chupacabra. That's right. I remember. I like him. I like chupacabras. I'll reread it, though. It's been a week. It's been a couple weeks. The Grunch Road Monsters, alleged chupacabra sighting in New Orleans. The Grunch is described as being an elaborate cross between the candid and reptilian chupacabras. New Orleans residents have named the creature the Grunch. They wanted Grinch, but they knew that was copyrighted, so Grunch it is. But unlike its cousins, sightings and tales seem to go back farther in Louisiana history than any other areas of the world. The Grunch story supposedly goes back to the Crescent City's early roots. La Nouvellette, Orleans, New Orleans, was founded August 25th, 1718 by the French Mississippi Company under the direction of Jean-Baptiste Lemoine. God, you got a long ass name. It was named after Philip II, Duke of Orleans, who was the regent of France at the time. His title came from the French city of Orleans. The French colony was ceded to the Spanish Empire in the Treaty of Paris and remained under Spanish control until 1801. when it was reverted to French control. Most of the surviving architecture of why are we talking about the architecture of the French Quarter dates from when the Spanish period Napoleon sold the territory to the United States in the Louisiana Purchase in 1803. The city grew rapidly with the influx of Americans, French and Creole French, major economic. Oh, I don't care about this. It's not what we're talking about. It's slave labor on the large plantation. The earliest reports of this creature are said by locals to date to this period. Cool. Thanks for the little history lesson on how about New Orleans, I guess. I don't know. It's the Legend of the Grunch Road. God, why did it take so long to get to the actual shit? Why do I need to know? Is this like, is it connected to like voodoo? Is that why? New Orleans Grunches. Okay, I guess it is. I'm skimming this through before we go to the actual sightings. And that its name Grunch comes from the name of the road. I'm just gonna go to the Legend of the Grunch Road. Alright, the Legend of the Grunch Road revealed some people claim that it was in Chalmette, Louisiana, while others claim it was in Gitley or Maitre. Of course, like any good cryptid, we don't know where it came from at all. This actually upsetted me. This whole Reddit, this whole wiki is upsetting. I'm like, okay, this has nothing to do with the creature I want to learn about. I guess, kind of. I don't know. I don't care about all this. It's great, it's cool, but not on the topic we're staying on. That's the only problem. But the real Grunch Road was located in a remote part of eastern New Orleans near the community of Little Woods. Most people only ever encountered Grunch Road by accident. A dead end of scant shells and sand. Sheltered by overgrown woods and great tall water oaks, it led into the Fernley darkness off. I don't know what the fuck. Fernley darkness off the major 2 lanes highways of Hine Boulevard, allegedly home to ghastly goat people. Everything's everywhere, and several ghosts of who knows what. Stories of floating lights, strange cries in the night continue to this day. Photos of the creature allegedly to be the Grunch has surfaced over recent years, keeping the legend of Grunch Road alive to this day. Okay. Alright. This is supposed to be a photo of it. Ain't nothing there! They just wanted to keep a story going, I guess. Yeah, fuck your capitalism as well. I'm gonna be honest. You are very much a capitalism. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think you're kind of low. You're also in D. You're in lower D, in my opinion. You're not great. You're not great. Oh, God. All right, my eyes are kind of getting blurry. I can't keep my eyes open a bit, so I think I might have to call it there. I'm getting too tired for this, so I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me today. I'm so sorry for a shorter stream, but man, I'm all this reading and like I guess I'm just kind of not invested on half of these guys. They're kind of boring, some of them. They're kind of boring, but yet like it's fun to make fun of them, I suppose. But like I'm actually getting tired. So I'm gonna call it there. Thank you all so much for hanging out with me. So sorry for the shorter stream. I stream Monday, Wednesdays, and Thursdays at 9 a.m. Mountain Time. If you want to check that out on your schedule, what time like that is, check out the schedule on the offline screen on Twitch and the YouTube waiting room. I do multi-stream on both sites. Yeah, what else? I also post my schedule on the Twitter and the Blue Sky, where they're pinned, along with the post section on YouTube, so you can check those out if you want. I don't know why I feel weird. I feel bad for having a short stream. I don't know. That's a weird one. That's a weird feeling. I'm tired. I'm not gonna force myself. But yeah, I have all that jazz. Thanks for listening. Thanks for being here. What else? What else? Oh yeah, I try to post short form every day or almost every day. Right now it's been a little weird because the videos are taking off and there's like, no, algorithm's not going to work very well on YouTube. But I try to post every day or almost every day across all the platforms I just said, along with TikTok and Instagram. So if you want to follow me all those places, you certainly can. You can also find all those links down below in the description on both YouTube and Twitch, or you can use the command !socials. Works on both sites, so you can check that out if you want. But yeah, we'll have to come back to this eventually. We gotta push through some of these more boring ones, and I'll be more well rested then. Thank you so much for hanging out with me today, guys. I really do appreciate it. Thank you almost for all your support. I really do appreciate it. Have a fantastic day. I'll be back Wednesday with, I believe, Shipwrecked, I believe, right? Is it Shipwrecked or is it Blasphemous? I think it's Shipwreck on Wednesday and then Blasphemous on Thursday. I already forgot my own schedule. So that's what we're going to be doing this week. So see you guys Wednesday. Have a great Tuesday and have a great rest of your day on Monday. Thanks for hanging out. Bye-bye.